champions of Europe finally! History made in Istanbul! The treble complete!
History makers! For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row!
Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Typical City in the new Watchalong zone. What are we going to call it? I don't know, studio zone. It's not a studio. It's not a studio, but FA Cup football, this is it. This is it. This is our last chance. This is our last chance to bag something this season. An FA Cup trophy is up for grabs, and it's the only silverware Manchester City can win this season. We lose this game, and the season's pretty dead. You know, we'll be scraping around for 5th spot, most likely. But here we are, you know, with a chance to go into the semi-finals, with a chance to face Forest, who are going to be our opponents if we beat Bournemouth as well, because that draw's happened. And I want to face Forest, and I want to beat them, because I've got a little bit of a taste for revenge, you know, after what they did to us the other week, where I felt like, you know, they probably did deserve to win. They did what they do, Forest, didn't they? But, you know, we've got to beat Bournemouth today. This watch-along is going to be all over the place, I can tell you, because like everything's in a different place. You know, when you get used to things being in certain areas, it's definitely all over the place right now. But hope you're all doing good. We need to talk about the lineup. Yeah, we need to talk about the lineup in a minute. I'm not looking forward to talking about that, to be honest. Oh, Pep Guardiola. Pepeth Guardiola. Mr. Pepster. Pepperino. Pepperoni. What have you done, mate? What's he doing? What's he doing with this lineup, people? Can someone explain to me why there's so many players that I think most of you just wouldn't. You just wouldn't start these players, would you? But hope you're all good, everybody. Good to see so many of you in the chat. Merlag was in here nice and early, saying, afternoon, lads. I'll go with a 2-2. And we go through on pens. True Blue saying winning a trophy after this season we've had would be very nice. It would indeed, mate. BNG, due to this game being at the Vitality Stadium, I'm going to sadly go for a 4-0 loss. Shit, mate. That's pretty shit, that, isn't it? I hope you're wrong, mate. RG Sneaks says 50-50 game. Could go either way. Come on, City. Alex says, good to see you back, Johnny. You too, mate. Thank you very much. City win on penalties. 2 going for penalties. Imagine if it goes to penalties today. Imagine. I mean, saw a penalty shootout yesterday. I keep not knowing where the camera is, by the way. I forget the camera's like buried over there. Do I feel far away? I feel like I'm... Whoa, a bit far away. I feel like, hello, over there. I feel I'm fucking miles away over here. Normally the camera's like over here and a little bit closer, but you seem like you're miles away over there. But anyway, Sood says, I think that Man City will win 2-1. I hope you're right, mate. James says, hit the damn like button for our fearless leader, Johnny. I feel like I don't know, some sort of presidential treatment received there from James. A bit of a dictatorship going on here on Typical City. Appreciate it, mate. Thomas, with Lewis on, we will lose this game. Well, there is no Lewis anyway. Lucian, good to see you, mate. How you doing? He's in the house. No one says, did you all see the lineup? Yep, I did, unfortunately. But what's going on with... Hang on a minute, I need to catch up. There we go. Sorry, my preview was going all weird then. It was like I wasn't even in the room. Anyway, can you see me? Is everything working all right? Because I feel like it's not working properly for some reason. Do you know what I mean? You just start a new stream in a new house with everything in a different setup, and you're like, well, I don't know if you do know what I mean. If any of you have actually started a stream, it's uncomfortable starting a new one in a new room with everything being everywhere where it's not supposed to be. But anyway, Jack's feeling positive as ever, by the way. I'm back watching this shit team, and I'm so tired of it. Big up Douglas, mate. How are you doing? Like and subscribe and even join. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I don't know whether that's a reference to something, Douglas, or just an outright insult. I don't know what it is, but I'll take it as a reference or something. Yeah, the chair did survive, people. Look at that, mate. It survived. So everything's working fine. Looks good. Mad Hatter, mate. Let's talk about it now, mate, because I know you're a big on the Pep concerns right now. So the lineup, if you didn't already know, is Ederson in goal, which, I mean, Ortega this season's been a bit underused for me. I feel like Ortega should have been used a few times this season when he hasn't been. Ederson has been a bit flaky. I think there's been moments of quality from Ederson. The typical distribution is usually pretty good from Ederson, but I think his shot-stopping ability has been exposed this season more than ever because we've been facing more shots more than ever this season. But the back four, I'm okay with the back four. This is the exact back four that I would go with. It's what I predicted we would have, and it's what we've got. Nunez at right back, Husanov, Diaz and Vardiol complete the back four. This is where it starts to get interesting. Now, I thought it would have been Kovacic or Gundogan alongside Nico Gonzalez. Nah. Both Gundogan and Kovacic are playing with no Nico Gonzalez. So there goes the physicality, your actual strength from the midfield. Well, you think, well, I'd put a bit of power and pace in front of them instead then. If you're not going to have the physicality behind them, how about adding a bit of power and pace in front of them? Nah. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden are the three in front of those two. I mean, where's the physicality in that midfield? It's a concern. Pep's spoken about it and said something along the lines that I'm never going to pick a side that I don't think is going to win. So obviously he believes the side's going to win, and I hope he proves us all wrong with this. I hope this side goes and wins the game for us today, and I hope you guys in the chat can be celebrating at the end of this. Let me know what you think of this in the chat, please, because I've been a big defender of Pep Guardiola this season, and I'm still going to continue to defend him because I still believe the man has the mental fortitude and the mental capacity to turn this around. I think he needs new players, in all honesty. A commander is nothing without good men, as the dictatorship is dictatorship on Typical City, as James pointed out. But yeah, Haaland up top as well, by the way, if you were wondering who's ahead of them. So no Marmoush, no Jeremy Doku. Savinho's out because of he's just had a little baby. So big up to Savinho. Massive respect to Savinho for having a little baby that's now a mank being born here. And big up to him. But I mean, the Gundogan and Kovacic. I'm pleased about Kovacic. It just has to be Nico G alongside him. Surely. I'm looking forward to seeing Husanov. That's one thing that excites me because I think he's been brilliant lately. Nunez has got his work cut out for him today. Anyway, let's have a look at the Bournemouth starting 11 as well. So you got Kepa in goal, who I think's a bit of a dodger. I'm not convinced he's the best keeper in. Well, I think he's pretty shit. Let's cut to the chase. I don't think he's very good, Kepa, to be honest. Cook at right back, Zabani and Senesi are the two centre backs. Julio Soler is playing at left back instead of the suspended Kirkes. Dean Howson as well is out as well. And Dean Howson, who's been an absolute solid rock for Bournemouth at centre back, with Zabani coming in for him instead. Real Madrid have been in for him, so he must be doing all right. He must be doing all right if Real Madrid are targeting you. So two of their main defenders are missing from this game, so we should be trying to expose that fact. Adams and Christie are the two in front of the back four with, I think Kluivert's going to go on the right for Bournemouth with Brooks in the middle. It could be the other way though. I haven't seen Brooks play out wide this season at all, but Kluivert does tend to have a better game behind the striker for me. I think he's better in a number 10 position. You could see Brooks out wide as a result of that, but I think it's going to be Kluivert on the right, Semenyo on the left, and Brooks behind Evan Nielsen with no Tavernier, which is a bit of a surprise. I would have expected to see Tavernier coming down the right side for Bournemouth today, but not to be. Not to be. In fact, I'm not even sure he's on the bench. No, he's not. So I don't know, he must have picked up an injury or something, so no Tavernier for Bournemouth. So three of their key players are missing from this game. They're out of form, don't forget Bournemouth. So while it's all doom and gloom, we've not got the starting 11 we want. We've not been playing very well lately. Neither have Bournemouth. They've not got the starting 11 we want. So let's put a spin on it, and try and seek some positivity from this situation, because three of their players are missing. They've lost 5 out of the last 6 games. No, they've not lost 5. They haven't won it. Well, sorry, they've won 1 in 5 games. And the one they did win was against Wolves in the FA Cup, where it went to penalties as well. So hardly convincing results from Bournemouth, whereas City have got a sort of similar form as well, with the draw we got against Brighton, We obviously lost to Real Madrid and Liverpool a few weeks back now as well. But we picked up a decent result away at Spurs, considering Bournemouth went away to Spurs and drew. But if anyone watched that game, by the way, Bournemouth battered them. They ripped Spurs to pieces. And how it ended up 2-2 is beyond me. No idea how that ended up 2-2. But Bournemouth were really unlucky in that game. Micah, mate, good to see you as well. Appreciate the super chat. Just Jay. Presume that's J for Jonny. J for Jonny, I'm hoping, mate. But hope everyone's all right as well. And yeah, happy Mother's Day, everybody, as well. Big up Christine. Good to see you. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Hope you're all good. Good to see you, Mullet. How you doing, mate? Peter is not happy. Fucking sick of this, playing with 10 men against fucking Silver. Fuck off, Pep. Peter, mate. He is not happy. Not happy at all. Oh, no, we've got to stick by Pep for me. I'm sorry, but I do believe Pep's the man for this club as well. But, I mean, yeah, it's hard to defend that starting 11. Yeah, I'm looking for answers. Kevin De Bruyne, for me, has been a very good player this season in the FA Cup. I think he's been solid, putting some decent performances. But you think of the opposition. You know, he scored that amazing goal away at Leyton Orient. I do think he's got a point to prove in the FA Cup, because I don't think he's quite happy with the number of FA Cup medals that he's got to his name in his career. So I do believe that there's something about Kevin De Bruyne, but we need to see the best version, or at least the 8 out of 10 version of Kevin De Bruyne, because I don't think we're ever going to see the best version of Kevin De Bruyne ever again. I think that book is closed, unfortunately. We have to lower the expectations a little bit for 34-year-old Kevin De Bruyne, unfortunately, and that's the realistic facts of it. Doesn't mean he can't play well, and that right boot is a fucking wand. It's a wand. It can do magical things. So I just think the physical side of his game and the sharpness to his game has taken a beating this season. It's gone down a peg or two. But, you know, the technicality of someone like Kevin De Bruyne can absolutely do some serious damage to any side that we go up against. Big up Jason. How's your little lad doing? Was it you, Jason, whose lad, your lad enjoys me shouting Marmouche? Not today, I won't be, because he's not even in the starting 11. But the teams are out. The teams are out. Come on, City. Big up Church as well. I missed you, mate. You were in here late. Normally, you're in here with your 6-0. Did you go for it? Oh, you did go for it. There you go. This game is an obvious 6-0 to the big blue juggernaut. Well, I just straight to it. Hey, look at that guy. He's having a good time. He is having a good time. Some City fan there, just out with his phone. You know what I mean? Look at the amount of phones out, man. I mean, call me old school, but I don't think I ever got my phone out. I think I got my phone out when we won the league the first time. When I was at the Etihad. That's I think the first and last time I got my phone out to record something at the ground. I don't know why. It's just like I want to remember it with these eyes, not the eyes that looked through the screen at the pitch. Do you know what I mean? It's not quite the same memory if you're looking through a screen. I don't feel like it's the same. But, yeah, some guy was just like, out with his phone having a good time. So, I mean, fair play to him. Each to their own. Big up, Jeff. What's up, you sexy beast, you? Appreciate the compliment, Jeff. I'm feeling my confidence has just skyrocketed thanks to the excellent super chat you've sent there, mate. Thoroughly appreciate that. I don't know. Pranav. For me, Foden has got a point to prove. I think Bernardo Silva has just had one of those seasons to forget, in my opinion. I really believe that. I think he's been poor for the majority of the season, considering if people want to jump on the whole Community Shield is a curse. You know, well, he was the epicenter of that curse because he's the one who scored the equaliser in the 88th minute. So if anyone's been cursed by the Community Shield, it's been Bernardo Bloody Silva because he's been poor for pretty much all season. He's barely hit a 7 out of 10, you know, in any game. I can't remember him playing above the standards we expect at any moment. You know, he's not quite fell to like the depths of hell in terms of performances. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to get too carried away with how bad he's been, but he's been nowhere near at it for me this season. Nowhere near his usual standards. But yeah, again, another player, point to prove. Kevin De Bruyne. I don't think he's got too much to prove. I think this season has been a bit mixed in terms of injury. He's not been good enough, but he's someone who hasn't got as big a point to prove as Foden has, considering the difference between last season Phil Foden and this season Phil Foden. I need to turn that off because my preview's just going mental. Forget it. Just forget it. I don't know. Preview over there is just like... It's like me sat here before the stream even started, twiddling my knob. I didn't know I was on camera doing that. I'm joking. I'm joking. Micah, how you doing, mate? Someone rightly said Bermuda Triangle midfield. So people are going to disappear. Is that what you're saying? People are going to disappear. Oh, I read the rest of you. Watch how they disappear during the game. I ruined your joke. I stole your joke as if it was mine because I refused to read the sentence. Anyway, the game's about to get started, and it's going to be Gundo to kick us off. This is just depressing given that I was sick since Wednesday. Oh, mate, sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better now. I hope you're feeling better. Game's about to get underway. Being teased here, as we always are. What do you reckon, Blues? What are you thinking? And we're off. Right, clock. Is it working? It is. Thank you for the super chat, Micah, mate. And yeah, I mean, the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah. The Sean Gota Triangle. He's from Bermuda, isn't he? Did you know there's a Sean Gota Day? You know what I mean? That's how big he is in Bermuda. There's a day dedicated to Sean Gota. It's like a bank holiday in Bermuda. We need a Sean Gota Day in this country. We need to start a petition, actually, to get the government to... take a Thursday off, rather than it being... It's usually Mondays, isn't it, bank holidays? We'll take a Thursday off. Just make every 10th Thursday is Sean Gota Day. Imagine. Most people would get on board with it, to be honest, because it's time off, and everyone loves a bit of time off. Right, 40 seconds in, and nothing has happened. Hope the clock's, just about in time, to be fair. But big up, John. Thank you for the super chat, mate. You just glad Lewis ain't playing? Yeah, mate. I mean, I don't think it was the game for him today. Speed was something I think we're going to need a fair bit of. It's been a bit sloppy from City so far. We've seen 2 balls fly out over the touchline. One from Edison and one before. There's 2 balls on the pitch, referee. We're carrying on, are we? Yeah, crack on. Ball out here to Cook. Bournemouth coming forward. I wonder what the atmosphere's like. Because I reckon it's going to be bouncing at the... at the Vitality Stadium. It's all right. It's hard to get an atmosphere from a stadium. What's the attendance? What's the max capacity at the Vitality Stadium? It can't be more than 20, 25,000. Surely it's like around that. It's not that big, is it? But yeah, a lot of people aren't happy. So we can't blame Rico Lewis today if we don't win, which is quite a common thing to do nowadays, isn't it? If we don't win, blame Rico Lewis. But I do agree with the idea of him not playing. Sean Gota days every day in my house. Sean Gota pyjamas. I would love that, mate. Edison clears it with his weaker foot as well, and he's booted someone who, I think it was Clivert, who was closing him down as well. Was it? Oh, it's Evan Nielsen. Aggressively closing down Edison, who was nearly caught on the ball, but did the right thing. Oh, he's booted him right in the testicles. Right in the gonads. Right in the garden of good and evil. Absolutely smashed him. He's all right, though. He's all right. Is it really? Is it really that small? That's what she said. Clivert coming forward. Husanov got a bit of defending to do. Corner ball. Corner ball. What do you mean get up? You want me to stand up? The camera angle. What is it to accommodate his size? Clivert with the ball. Oh, it's an interesting one. Well done, Kevin De Bruyne. Didn't fall for that. One off the training ground was attempted there by Bournemouth, but Kevin De Bruyne sharp as it. What's the thing you shout? Attack. That's the phrase I was looking for. Sharp as attack, and clears his lines. And not Ruben Diaz. It was Mateus Nunes. There was strong on Semenyo, just pushed him away. What's going on here? Free kick to City. Not sure what that was for, but we got the ball back. Yeah, 50-50 this game for me, but it's... I don't think it's quite the same Bournemouth side that we faced earlier in the season, because they were purring, weren't they? They were full of confidence. This Bournemouth side, I think, will still be the more confident of the two, and I think they'll use the psychological edge that they gained from beating us in the previous fixture in the Premier League at the Vitality Stadium. I think they'll have that edge over us over this game, because we saw it against Fulham and Palace as well. Even Forest and Brighton, both Fulham had beaten Palace recently. Forest had beaten Brighton 7-0 recently. Even though the game went to penalties, I still felt like there was a psychological edge to the two games. That's a foul there, referee. Semenyo's just gone right through the back of Bernardo Silva. You dickhead, referee. He's gone right through the back of Bernardo Silva there, Semenyo. And then Gundogan's cut. I think it might have been Kovacic just come flying in on Semenyo to try and slow the game down, because he just pushed him in the back. And it was Gundogan, went in. Gundogan went flying in on Semenyo. He's not happy, Gundo. He's not happy at all. 6'4". 6'4", which is the maximum I want to be. I don't want to be any bigger. It's uncomfortable at times being 6'4". There's plenty of doors. You know, you go to a cottage pub in the UK. I'm ducking under doors, and you know those low pubs. That's the main problem. Pubs that are cottages. You know what I mean? That's the majority of the problem. Is low ceilings. I rarely go in them, to be fair, so I'm going on about it like it's... And people ask you to put things on shelves. That's about it. But Bournemouth have got the ball. That Soler looks good, doesn't he? He looked a bit sharp then. Nice quick turns. I think he actually looks a little bit like... Leave that. Goal kick to City. He looks a little bit... I've seen one picture of him, to be honest. I don't know much about him, to be fair, because I think he was signed in January for Bournemouth. But he looks a little bit like Echeverri. And he's Argentinian. But he's on for the suspended Kirkes as well, which I think is amazing news for City, that he's not... that Kirkes isn't playing, because Kirkes is an absolute beast going forward. He's going to be playing for Liverpool probably next season as well, is Kirkes. Sounds likely that they're going to be signing him, with Robertson on his last legs as a... we nearly broke away there. Bernardo Silva was in strong there on Semenyo and did well. Ruben Diaz, poor. It wasn't Ruben Diaz, sorry, it was Hassanov. Oh, fuck me. No. Edison with a dodgy ball. Referee's given a free kick and Gundo's given another one, but it's actually come from Hassanov there with a sloppy pass as the ball, a volleyed side foot pass. He was looking to cushion it towards, I think, Kevin De Bruyne. And then the ball was scooped forward, and then Ruben Diaz plays a difficult ball to Edison, and then Edison makes an absolute meal of it as well by just passing it along the floor. So a combination of errors there from about 3 City players in the space of 10 seconds has resulted in a Bournemouth free kick from a shooting situation here. This is going to be a shot on target. Oh, well, at least an attempted shot on target, you'd imagine, from here. Come on, City. That's a big dad you've got there then. That is a big dad. Why? How tall are you, Jeff? Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Mullet. Good to see you, Isa, as well, mate. How are you doing? It's going to be Clive at this. I'm pretty sure he scored from a free kick already multiple times this season. He's pretty dangerous, actually, Clivert, from set pieces. We're about to see another one. It's a good 30 yards out, though, this. He's going for it, and he smashed it well over the bar. What a bag of shit that was. Should never have taken it. The worst set piece of... No, it's not. A bit of an exaggeration there, but yeah. Not great. We'll take that. We'll take that. As Upal says, over the bar. What is Edison doing? A little Cruyff turn, no problem. Chilled, absolutely chilled. 5'9" at 15. I was like 6'2" at 15. I shot up in like year 10 when I was about 15. Yeah, about 14, 15. I shot up. Go on. City have got the ball finally. Great feat there from Kevin De Bruyne. He sends Gundogan into a pocket of space here. First opportunity, 9 minutes in, and this first time City have actually got to the edge of Bournemouth's area. That's flown by the way. Ball across the face. Goal. Haaland has missed it. He's missed it, and he shouldn't be missing the target from that situation. And he does his usual horse flapping lips. Spit flies everywhere, but he should absolutely be hitting the target with that one because it's a cross to die for from Mateus Nunes on the money. A perfect cross. Haaland barely needs to jump. It almost lands on his forehead. The cross is perfect. Haaland should be ready for that and should be bang hitting the target there, mate. And he's put it well wide. Ah, fuck. Come on, man. Guys, I haven't asked. Make sure you hit that like button, please, everybody. Got 224 likes already. Thank you very much for the likes. Make sure you're smashing the like button a bit more if you can. If you haven't already, please do. Massively helps. Mate, I was 6'9", and he was disgraceful. I do like... Do you think tall football players are sort of being like... they're dying out a little bit? Peter Crouch was good, wasn't he? Who was the other lad? There was another lad from... was it Fiorentina or was it Valencia? What was his name? There was an absolute lump up front for a... Was it Valencia or Fiorentina? I can't remember. We're getting bigger in our age because all the chemicals in food. 6 foot's going to be small in about 5 years. You're going to be a midget if you're 6 foot, I reckon. Because we're all getting massive. We're going to have to get in massive coffins when we die, and just like we're going to run out of space because there's just giants dying everywhere. What a strange situation. Handball referee! Penalty! Oh! Come on, City! Let's go! Ooh, couldn't do anything about it. Stuck his hand in the air, and it's straight off the hand. We got a PK. We got a PK. No one likes me using the word PK. I got a bit of stick for saying that. It's a joke, people. That's a blatant handball. He stuck his hand in the air like that. Handball. Who's taking this then? Who's taking this? We need the lead in this game because there's no way Bournemouth are not scoring for me in this game. I'm almost certain Bournemouth are going to get a goal, so we need to go 1-0 up preferably. I think this is the majority of the game tone will be set here. We missed this and fuck knows what's going to happen, but we score this and we are in with a big chance. Ruben Diaz is standing. I think he's protecting the penalty spot there, Ruben Diaz, because he was holding the ball, stood on the penalty spot thinking, is he about to tell Haaland that he's having it? Ruben Diaz. But I don't think that was the case. I think Ruben Diaz was looking after the penalty spot so no one goes over to it and scuffs it up. That FA Cup ball looks a bit crap, doesn't it? It's a mitre ball. All right, come on, City. After I've insulted Kepa, how much do you want to bet he saves this now? After I've called him a crap keeper. Haaland. Big outtake of breath and he steps up. Haaland. He's fucking saved it. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've said these things. Why do I say these things? Why do I say these fucking things, man? For fuck's sake. Fucking hell. It was a shit penalty as well. It was hardly in the corner. What is going on in this club at the minute? Nothing is going right for us this season. Nothing. I don't believe it, man. Fucking hell. You're killing us, man. You've killed us with this. So they've gone up the other end, by the way, and they're in an opportunity. Bournemouth could score from a set piece here. You can see the Bournemouth fans now are bouncing, singing. Lots of them. It's going to get rowdy if they score from here. Edison with a bit of an unorthodox... Well, he clears it. Let's say that he clears it with a big punch. Clivert slips. Gundogan, no, couldn't win it. Clivert, deep cross going over everybody. Cool as you like. Vardiol brings it down. Haaland, mate, that's two. I mean, you can't talk about a missed penalty as not being an opportunity, but that header, some people will say it might be difficult. Now, the header should have been on target as well from the Mateus Nunes cross. Fucking hell, man. Ruben Diaz should have taken it. Kovacic has got caught on the ball. Evan Nielsen's coming away now. They're in the penalty area. Bernardo Silva's done well there. Goal kick. Yeah, that's a couple of... Bernardo Silva's done well, actually, in this, 14 minutes in. A couple of tackles from Bernardo Silva's been nice and strong. One where he was fouled. Two where he's won the ball. But how are we not 1-0 up after missing that penalty, man? It was a stonewall penalty. There was no debating whether it was or wasn't a penalty. It absolutely was a penalty. But you got to take them, man. Waste. What a waste. Quarter-final of the FA Cup away at Bournemouth. Proper opportunity to start playing some confident ball. Oh, it's dodgy ball here. Haaland's in, one-on-one here. Third time lucky for Erling Haaland. And he's put it over the fucking bar. What are we seeing from Erling Haaland? He's having a fucking... No, don't pull that face, mate. He's pulled that face of, it's one of them days. 15 minutes in, mate. There's plenty of day left. Oh, he's put it over the bar, man. Fucking hell. He was sent through on goal by Bournemouth. I don't know who it was, but a dodgy back pass. Haaland through on goal. He's missed a sitter from a header that should at least be hitting the target. He's had a penalty saved and then a one-on-one situation. He's put it over the fucking bar. I mean, this is... If ever there was a warranted for this, it's back. Fucking shit. Dodgy from Bernardo Silva after I've just complimented him. I'm not saying anything anymore. Go and find another watch-along because I'm not saying shit anymore. I'm not speaking anymore. Every time I say something, Bernardo Silva's having a great game. He's having an alright game, isn't he? He fucking gives it away. Kepa's a shit keeper, isn't he? Fucking penalty save. I said in the preview, Haaland, we don't need to worry about his finishing. I said those words. I said that sentence. Erling Haaland, we don't need to worry about his finishing. One-on-one. Misses a penalty. Header. 50p head. Fuck's sake. Kovacic wins the ball. Play on. Referee. Yeah, playing on. Foden gets it out to Vardiol. Can't believe it, man. Fucking hell. You're absolutely right, mate. I hope you're right, Ryan, because if he misses another big chance, we need to get Marmouche on, in all honesty, because he really is having one of them days. But I didn't like that face he pulled. I'm not a fan of people that smile. It's almost like you're entitled a little bit. You think that you shouldn't be missing, and it's fine. Jurgen Klopp was the worst for it. You know, when Liverpool used to concede goals, and he was on the touchline, he'd go, that smug fucking... No way have we conceded. How have we conceded? Like that sort of smug arrogance. He had the same face then, Haaland, like no way have I missed again. Yes, you missed a severe one-on-one situation. It was terrible. Why are you smiling about it, mate? And it's just a human reaction, but it bugs me, man. It really does. You should be fucking fuming with yourself. And I'm sure he is. It's a mask, isn't it? He's just pretending he's not annoyed. But crack on, mate. Mateus Nunes has just been stomped there. Has he not? No, we're playing on. Semenyu's coming away. Foden's got no chance of catching Semenyu, and Semenyu's done him, and he smashes it over the bar, thankfully. But Phil Foden looked like a little boy chasing a man then. I'm not going to lie. Have a look at this. If you're looking at the replay, look at Foden here. Semenyu, I mean, he's not one for defending, is he? But he pushes it past him, and he's just like holding on to him, and he just says, get off me. Phil Foden, mate, he has lost weight, and I hope he feels better soon, because if he's carrying an illness right now, Phil Foden, you wonder why he's playing. Matheus Nunes is having a word with the referee here. He needs to shut up now. The decision's gone. You've made your point. You thought it was a free kick. Let's crack on. We get away with it. Oh. Well, it's been a feisty first 18 minutes, and City should probably be 2 or 3-0 up, in all honesty. But we're not. And it kind of sums up our season. That's a foul. Bernardo Silva in strong again. Ball switched quickly. Matheus Nunes has got to chase that, but no, it's gone all the way out for a City throw-in. He's not done much, has he? There was a moment, pep talk, when he had some nice bit of footwork and he sent Gundogan away about 10 minutes ago. Other than that, yeah, not really done anything, has he? Tyler Dibbling would fix all of this, says Ryan. He's going to, well, 100 million though. Upal asks the question. 100 mil. It's a lot of money. You're right, Timmy. You're absolutely right. There's a positive. Appreciate the positivity, Timmy, because you're absolutely correct. I think we have been very aggressive. Nunes giving it away. Cook coming forward. Out to Brooks. In the penalty area, he dinks it in. Back post to Menu. It's in. You get what you deserve, City. You miss your chances like this, lads. You miss a penalty. You miss a one-on-one. Erling Haaland, mate. You owe the other 10 players on that pitch an apology, Erling. I'm sorry, mate. You do. You can't be missing a penalty and then missing a one-on-one. You missed a header with a fucking 50p head, mate. You gifted these opportunities. Absolute gifts. 3-0 it should be to City with 20 minutes gone. But instead, it's 1-0 fucking Bournemouth. He fucking sums up our season. Matheus Nunes, by the way, with the giveaway. He's caused this problem for this isolated moment. But Erling Haaland is the reason we're behind, in all honesty. The ball in was great from Brooks. It's fucking diabolical watching this side at the minute, man. It was so disheartening. Fuck me. It was Nunes at the back post as well, while Cliver out-strengthened him. He wanted it more. He wanted it more. It's Evan Nielsen who eventually stabs it in on the line. Hasanov couldn't get there in time. It's just bad all round. We lost every 50-50 battle going on there. And then the ball, it all started from a stupid hospital ball from Matheus Nunes. It's so sickening watching this side at the minute. It really is. We've been given the ball again here. Like, we nearly broke then. Bernardo Silva winning another tackle. Well played, Bernardo Silva again. Gundogan gives it away. What are we doing here? Timmy, there is a tenacity about this side. You're absolutely right. There's been well, Bernardo Silva and Gundogan, they've been getting stuck in. I agree with you in what you said for some sort of positivity. But work rate isn't enough when you're missing the chances that we've missed in this game. It's nothing to do with work rate when you're missing penalties, missing one-on-ones and missing headers from 6 yards out. I don't know what else to do really, and it's frustrating because a lot of the time City this season, City have been bad, but Haaland's popped up with a goal. And I would argue that some of the side, not the whole side, but some of the side has been good. The players, I think Bernardo Silva's been solid. He's been all right. But Haaland's just been nowhere near good enough. Gundogan! Saved by Kepa! It's one of them, innit? It's going to be one of them. It is just going to be one of them. Oh, mate. Oh, man. Well, yeah, score. My bad. My bad, everybody. 1-0. I do it every time, don't I? It's just a bad habit. Hasanov heads it clear. Kovacic brings it down. Lovely turn. Lovely from Kovacic, that. Brings it down on his chest. Little dink over his own head. Turns away. 180. Gundogan gives it away. Those two couldn't quite link up there, but this is frustrating because you can't say we've... You know, when we got battered at the Vitality last time, we lost 2-1. We deserved to lose that game. We got annihilated for the majority of the game. And I don't know how we even scored in that game. This has been a different story. It's been a totally different story. Bournemouth don't deserve to be 1-0 up. We deserve to be 1-0 down. There's a difference. You miss your chances, you get punished. But they don't deserve to be 1-0 up. And they're about to be 2-0 up in a minute. Because Semenyo fires it across and Edison just gets some fingertips on it, does he? No, he doesn't. Looked like he did to me. Núñez is getting run ragged. He's getting battered down this right back side. So, I mean, what are we options? You're absolutely right, Mullet. He can't defend, but we bring on Rico Lewis, and I think it'd be even worse, to be honest. So this is what we've got to live with. I know we want to have a pop at all the players we can, but this is what we've got. We can't. There's no alternative. Unless you put... We haven't even got centre-backs. We have to play Heiss in the middle with Ruben Diaz. What have we got? We haven't got any other centre-backs on, have we? You could put O'Reilly on at left-back. To change the back four to something with a right side that can defend, you put O'Reilly at left-back. And then you push Vardiol centre-back with Diaz at centre-back and then Hassanov at right-back. That's the option that you'd have to get Núñez off, but have some sort of defensive ability in the right-back position. And at this point, it's not a bad shout, because, I mean, Semenyu's going to run Núñez ragged in this game, and Núñez isn't slow, is he? But Semenyu's just a level above him at the minute. Ball over the top. Edison comes flying out and absolutely smashes someone then. Both of them are all right, actually. Kluivert gets right back on his feet. Foden, we're saying play on, are we? We're playing on. Get back up, Foden. I hate to say it, Blues, and I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me, but I actually think there's some positive body language from these City players. And it's frustrating me to be 1-0 down, but there is some positive play here. We're doing it right now. We're knocking the ball around nicely, and it's got a bit of purpose to it, and there's a bit of bite to some of those players. Bernardo Silva in particular. I think he's been quite tenacious in this game. Not amazing in terms of quality, but, you know, he's worked hard. But I can't get over the missed chances. Can't get over it. Fucking hell. Sasander says Gundo's actually been all right. I think he's been okay. There's been a couple of... Well, there was that moment before where he couldn't quite link up with... what's his face? Kovacic. Yeah, I must admit, Devious Foden's not doing much in this game. He's offering himself, but he looks a bit... He looks like an easy target. Hassanov with a shot. We're in trouble here. We're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. Look at him get back, though. Go on, mate. Get back. Oh, they've done us. They've done us on. The bounce was kind to City there, because the bounce sent Evan Nielsen away from goal there. Thank fuck for that. But Hassanov with an effort from about 35 yards was blocked. And the block was so powerful that it went up the other end, and Tyler Adams started chasing that ball, and he was in. He's chasing his own block. Hassanov does, I mean, he's rapid, isn't he, Hassanov, getting back then, but he's not back quick enough. A little looped ball from Tyler Adams looking for Evan Nielsen, who's on the other side of the pitch. And the bounce before Evan Nielsen just sends it over his head, so he couldn't take it with him towards goal, thankfully, for City. Bournemouth have been nowhere near at it. You know, this is a totally different performance from the Bournemouth we faced, what, in November, was it? Back in 2024. Feels bloody ages away, that, doesn't it? But we're still 1-0 down. Stupid, aren't we? We're stupid. It's so stupid. I can't believe it, man. Go on, we've got a bit of space here. Vardiol down the left side. Inside to KDB, who's got acres of space. Start driving, mate. Don't slow it down. De Bruyne ball in. Who's that too, mate? I'm not a left foot shot, or cross, rather. It was a bit hopeful. And Semenyo just boots it clear. And Ruben Diaz into the back of Evan Nielsen. I'm not sure about that, referee. Big up, Vasco. How you doing, mate? This season is sickening, and as much as I love Pep, he and the club as a whole owes a lot of explanations. It's... The fuck was that? It's so disrespectful to us fans. You're not going to get detailed explanations, mate, about what exactly went wrong this season. I think Pep has been quite open about it this season, to be honest. I do think he has said that he's not been missed. I mean, the guy said in his pre-match press conference that he said, we're going to get 100 million if we win the FIFA Club World Cup. And he said, we don't deserve that. We don't deserve bonuses. He said the coaching's been nowhere near good enough. The guy's absolutely lambasted us. You know, he's been so harsh on himself and the staff and the players, and more on the staff and himself than anybody. And he's taken a lot of the blame. The recruitment as well, he's had a little go at that, saying it's not we made decisions to not sign certain players, and it's turned out to be a mistake. So he has admitted fault in a lot of these situations. So I agree with the first part. It's been a sickening season. But I think the explanation's only going to come from Pep. I don't think you're going to hear Cal. You probably will, actually. I'm looking forward to they're amazing, aren't they? Hang on. Ball looped into the box, but Bournemouth just about clear it. We're still in this game, by the way. I still think we can come out of this game with something. I still believe that we can knock Bournemouth out here, because we're playing okay. They're not, peppering us with shots or anything like that. We should be 2-0, 3-0. It should be over, this game. Nunes in acres of space down the right side here. Chops it onto his left foot. Left foot croc, Kepa. He almost went into his own goal trying to keep it in his own hands there. But good ball that to Nunes, who found a nice little pocket of space. Khaldoon Mubarak, the end of season interview that he does with the club. I love them. They're so good, aren't they? But they're always amazing after we've won something. So this is the one time where I think the City fans are going to really want to hear his explanation. And as you've said there, Vasco, what he's going to say to the fans, and generally what the question. I hope because it's led by City, so you have to bear that in mind. As the interviews always seem very good and positive. The questions are loaded. The questions are from a Manchester City fan. And there won't be any questions in there, corner ball to City. Come on. There won't be any questions in the interview for Khaldoon at the end of the season that he won't have approved. So there will be questions that he's happy to answer. And in fairness to him, he's quite honest. There's going to be a large chunk of that interview is going to contain 115 information as well, because the verdict will probably have been announced before the end of the season, and in which case he will talk about that. But I also want to hear, like you said, what went wrong this season, mate? What the fuck has happened this season? I'd love to hear it. I really would. Corner ball to City. De Bruyne is going to take it. 2 hands in the air. Whips it over everybody. Is it Haaland at the back post? No, it's going to be another corner though. Should be. Fucking empty seats there at the Vitality Stadium. They've got 11,000 capacity and there's bloody empty seats. Should be a corner. I'm assuming it is. Is it not? Oh, fucking, this ref's a dickhead. D, big up D. New setup, hey Jonny? Not even watching today because I'm busy, but thought I'd pop in and see what's new with you in the chat. Hello all. Appreciate that, D. Typical City legend for 15 months, mate. That's pretty much the majority of the channel's existence, that. Well, there or thereabouts, a bit longer, but yeah, 15 months is a long time considering the channel's barely even 2 years old. So, yeah, big up to you, mate. Thank you very much for your support. And yeah, it's temporary though. This isn't going to be forever. I'm moving house again at some point, but this is just a temporary location. That's a foul and a yellow card. Get him in the book, referee. You're saying play on. Doesn't matter that the advantage happened. You get him in the book. No, bollocks. The referee's pointing back at him and saying, don't do that again. No, you book him. He pulled him. Get Clivert in the book after this. Once the ball goes out of play, I want to see a yellow card being dished out to Clivert. Are we playing all right? Is it just me? Good ball to nearly. We're playing okay. My Simba's not happy. This is embarrassing, he says. Piss off, Jeff. I'm obviously not. That went out, referee. How did that not go out there? Is this did something happen with that linesman? I'm sure there's a story behind that linesman. What went on? Something went on. Did he punch Andy Robertson or something? I'm sure he accidentally punched someone or something like that. He's that hench linesman that, like, goes to the gym on the reg. It's a bodybuilding linesman. It's like absolute monstrous linesman with, like, meaty arms, like, offside! Fucking free kick! Given away by Ruben Diaz. Oh, Vardy, all cool as you like, mate. Ball into Foden. There's a silly little flick that he tried there. He should be taking that under control. Smash him. And he's won the ball. Bernardo Silva coming forward. No one's closing him down. Little slip there from Tyler Adams. Giving it away. Foden's not impressed me so far. 35 minutes in. Little touches, little moments. And it doesn't look there, does he? Seems to just be a shell of his former self. Nowhere near the same version of Phil Foden. And this is what is perplexing to the Manchester City fans. It's the continuation of Pep Guardiola selecting these players that are continuing to disappoint in the hope that they will, you know, maybe, let me think of something here. Like maybe Pep's thinking about next season and not being too aggressive with the changes, i.e. throwing these players under a bus, knowing that he's going to need them next season, knowing that, well, hoping that Phil Foden's going to be a better version of himself next season. Whereas if you throw him under the bus this season, not only has he got to rebuild physically because he's ill, as the rumours are suggesting, that he's been very unwell, which is why he missed a big portion of the start of the season, and he looks thinner. He visibly just looks thinner. But if he's on the mend and he's getting better, is that a free kick? It's not a free kick, is it? No, it's a coming together. Kluivert's gone down there, but Hasanov clipped the heels. Oh no, he's given the free kick. Yellow card to Hasanov. No free kick. No yellow card for Kluivert, though. It was just a coming together. I don't think he meant to do it at all. Absolute bollocks refereeing we're seeing here. I mean, how can that be a free kick? He had no idea where he was. Absolute bollocks, man. Big up D. 15 months and counting, not stopping anytime soon. Best City channel on YouTube by far. Big up Jonny and big up the chat supporting. Massively appreciate that, D. Thank you very much, mate. Very, very kind of you. Big up D. Thank you, mate. Very kind. But, yeah, you're not happy, are you? Ruben's not happy with the excuses for Pep. It's not excuses. I'm just trying to find logic to the method to the madness is what I'm trying to find. And I'm struggling. I'm starting to struggle, mate. It's not looking for excuses. I just think there is a logic to, you know, you start throwing Foden under a bus now. He's someone who definitely is going to be part of the club next season. Definitely. So we're going to want to use him. Free kick coming in here. Oh, no! And it's out for a goal kick. Oh, it's probably a corner, actually. Should be a corner. It took a little clip off the top of, I think it was Gundogan's head, and it looked promising for Bournemouth then. I think it was Senesi who was just trying to stab a right foot at it. In fact, he got a little toe on it, and it should be a goal kick. What from what I saw then, anyway. But I think it's a corner. It's a corner to Bournemouth. But yeah, if you don't play Phil Foden for the rest of the season and then hope that he's happy next season, ball in, cleared. Oh, it's not cleared, up in the air. Ederson comes out and collects it. Nice. Well done, Ederson. But yeah, in terms of Kevin De Bruyne, why show him the loyalty in terms of like worrying about next season? Because we shouldn't be worrying about Kevin De Bruyne's availability and what's his mental state going to be next season. Because I don't think he should be here next season, to be honest. I think the same for Bernardo Silva. I'm not sure these players we should be worrying about what they might think next season. So Phil Foden's really the only one for me that's been out of sorts. Ball in and Kepa collects it. Typical. Why do I say these things, man? Kepa's going to be a fucking Manuel Neuer performance from 5 years ago, innit? You just know it. Now I've said me and my big fucking mouth. But, yeah, Bernardo Silva for me. He's having a good game today, by the way. I actually think he's doing all right. But over the course of the season, he's been nowhere near the level. Kevin De Bruyne, yeah. Just not the same. But here we are in arguably the most important game of the season, considering the narrative of the season, where we are and what's gone on this season. It's been poor. You know, and this is our last chance to win something. And he's picked this as a team. Great tackle from Hassanov. Here you go. Foden can run forward. But look at that. He's not moving properly, is he? He's got it into De Bruyne, though. De Bruyne, strong. Hold it up, mate. He's done that. He's held it up. It's onto his left foot, though. De Bruyne's thinking about a shot. Gets it into Foden. Little 1-2 with De Bruyne. And then it's sloppy touch from De Bruyne. Good little bit of play there until the final touch from Kevin De Bruyne. 40 minutes gone. And City shouldn't be 1-0 down. We shouldn't be. And it's our own fault. Again, how many times has it been our fault? Why can't the team we play against beat us like they deserve it? They did. Bournemouth, earlier this season, in November, they deserved to beat us by far and away. They were the better side. This is not a case of being the better side. This is a case of City have just gift-wrapped you a goal and missed 3 glaring opportunities of our own. That's a free kick, referee. And it should be a yellow as well. Hassanov's been snapped by Semenyo, coming forward, a little bit risky from Hassanov. He realised he wasn't going to get on the end of his own touch there, so he went down, and rightly so, but it should be a fucking yellow. What's this referee doing here? Like, we've got the one player that's been booked. Who is it? Who got booked? I'm sure there's a City player on a yellow. I think it is Hassanov, actually. And he had no idea what was going on. He was just running, and Kluivert ran into him and went down. But, I mean, frustrating. So frustrating. Oh, come on, City. Guys, can we get some more likes on the stream, please? We've hardly got any compared to the numbers that are watching. If we could get to 400 before half time with 5 minutes to go, that'd be amazing. Make sure you're hitting that like button if you're watching. Hassanov, no one's closing him down here. De Bruyne with a... It's not good enough, Kevin. It's not good enough. You just started drifting forward there. Did anyone get the beige memo? Look at all of that. Fucking hell. The Bournemouth squad, all in beige. Right, lads, what we're going as today? We're going as the beige squad. Every fucker is wearing beige. Looks like the Liverpool squad from like the 90s when they wore that suit. It was cream though, wasn't beige, wasn't it? Jamie Redknapp and that lot. Strong. Nunes has improved. Since his mistake, he's actually done all right, Nunes. But we can't pretend that mistake hasn't been incredibly costly. And you know, he's going to get more of the blame than Haaland. I'm telling you right now. Nunes is going to get more of the blame than Erling Haaland. And Erling Haaland is the reason we're losing this game. He's the reason why. Because I don't think that mistake even comes to be if Haaland scores just 2 of the 3 chances he had. It would be a different game. City with an opportunity. He's got unlucky here. Foden just tried to scoop it. A bit of luck. De Bruyne drove forward. Stabs it forward towards Foden. And it smashes off a Bournemouth player and then back off Foden. And then it breaks to Foden, who then tries to scoop it forward to Haaland. And he overhits it as well. And it's a frustrating watch. It really is. So frustrating if you're a City fan watching this, because there's been genuine opportunities for City to score multiple goals in this game. Yet we're 1-0 down. The story of our fucking season this is. You're absolutely right, Douglas. And it's wrong. It's getting too much now, isn't it? The thing is, he's offside. City ball. He's openly said that as well. Pep's been quite honest about his self-assessment of his own performance this season. He has said that, yeah, I've not been good enough. And I've been trusting players. And the interview with, what's-his-face, Neil Warnock, he said, like, I've been too trusting with certain players. And I thought, okay, well done. You've recognised the problem, but here you are doing it again. Tried to send Haaland away here, but, I mean, I think Haaland will be apologising to the City players at half-time. I think he'll be the one. He'll say, sorry, lads. You can't miss a penalty. And then, fair enough, mistakes happen. You can't miss that one-on-one. Still, a half of football is still to be played. It's 1-0. But you just can't. I'm trying to fathom up some sort of positivity here, but it's been hard. Some of you have no positivity for this season, and I understand why you're feeling negative, because it's getting so difficult to remain positive when they've just continuously let us down, haven't they, all season. That's a great ball, though, from Phil Foden. Can we get a goal to equalise? And Haaland's been forced away from goal. Bernardo Silva's come late into the action here. Foden on the edge of the area. De Bruyne now. Edge of the area, and he smashes it over the bar. That sums up the sentence I just said, really. Pep Guardiola giving his players a round of applause. It was good play until it wasn't. Good bit of build-up play from City, and then the final shot from Kevin De Bruyne, which normally hits the target in that situation. Smashes it over the bar. Over the bar! Fucking hell. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, Douglas, mate. And yeah, I agree, it's too much. Jessica says Pep should be playing all the younger players, the players who have gotten us this far in the FA Cup. Some of them I agree with you there, Jessica. I think when you say younger, I think you're talking about Savinho and Doku, Marmoush. They are younger. I don't think you mean the youth players. I know some people want to see McAtee. Half-time's happened. Let's sort the clock out. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be a whole sale changes for like bringing in the youth players. But yeah, Oscar Bob's another one. Ryan says, where the hell is Oscar Bob? I think he would be in that same conversation, but obviously he's had his leg broken, so he's being bedded back in very, very slowly. Shanti's not happy. You got to understand what he was clapping at there, though. He wasn't clapping at the finish. If you think that Pep Guardiola saw Kevin De Bruyne smash it over the bar and went, well done, Kevin! No, he wasn't clapping at that. He was clapping at the build-up play. 100%. He was definitely clapping at the... We can't be... Yeah, I know what you're saying there, Timmy. Don't delete his messages, mate, because I don't think he's being mean there, but I know what you're saying. Let's try and avoid deleting too many messages, because I don't want people to be censored too much in the chat. If they say something you don't like, you know, if it gets too much, then I'll do something about it. But I mean... Yeah, I don't want people to be censored. I want people to be able to say their opinions, even if they don't like them. But, yeah, I know what you mean. Spam. Yeah, no spam. Absolutely delete the spam. But other than that, let people have their say. But, yeah, Minecraft movie. Looking forward to that. My son's a big Minecraft fan. On a totally separate subject. I'm strangely not as upset as I thought I would be, considering that what's actually happened in the game, because we've created chances. That's always a good sign. We've created chances. We've had moments of good midfield play. There's been some nice build-up play in the middle third. The final third has just been nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough. And yeah, there's been some good tenacious football from Bernardo Silva. I think Kovacic and Gundogan have been strong, which is not an adjective that I would normally associate with those two players. In particular, Gundogan, who's not known for his strength. But he's been strong, winning the odd tackle. The Bernardo Silva's been flying everywhere into tackles. A couple of sloppy touches here and there, but I mean, I think Phil Foden's been the sloppiest in terms of touches. Kevin De Bruyne is right behind him in terms of his sloppiness. And I mean, I think everyone at the beginning of the game would not have started Phil Foden. You saw, if you watched my preview, go and see what I said in my preview. I didn't put Kevin De Bruyne in the starting 11. I didn't put Phil Foden in the starting 11. And I think you can see why now. It's happening right now. What's happening on the pitch is the reason why. Because they've just not been anywhere near good enough. And Douglas's super chat before is absolutely right. Picking experienced players over form is just wrong. And I love you, Pep, but it's getting harder and harder to defend you when you're making decisions like this. On the rag as well. And considering you've openly admitted that you've been making mistakes and said, yeah, I shouldn't show that much faith to certain players, but then double down on it, is baffling to me. There must be something happening in training where it's like, oh, there you go. Phil Foden's doing unbelievable bits in training. Kevin De Bruyne being typical Kevin De Bruyne in training. It must be that. It has to be. Because there's no way Pep Guardiola can't see what the actual output is of these players on the pitches. There's no way he's just turning a blind eye to it. He's not ignoring the fact that Kevin De Bruyne's output is just nowhere near good enough. You know, set pieces, pants. Shots, over the bar. Corners, overhit. You know, simple passes, wrong. Gets it wrong. You know, touches, gets it wrong. Foden, nowhere near strong enough. Like, he's nowhere near fast enough anymore. He just lost that yard of speed. He looks thinner. He looks frail. You know, he looks like less of a player than he was last season. You know? But as much as we want to have a pop at these players that I've just reeled off, today it's Erling Haaland's day to take some criticism, I'm afraid, because we can't just defend him from missing a fucking penalty and a one-on-one and a header from 6 yards out, but we don't say shit. No one's saying shit about Erling Haaland in the chat. And I love him. Look, I fucking love him. Yeah? I love the guy. I love him. He's been shit today. He's been shit. I'm sorry. You got to call it out for what it is. I don't know, mate. You're watching Typical City, if you're wondering. If you meant that, you're watching Typical City. Some fucking weirdo shouting. That's what you're watching. If you meant in terms of the football, you're watching what we've been watching all fucking season, which has been pants. Pants. I mean, yeah, this is the thing, mate. I agree. They're the names for me that I wanted to see in the starting 11. Doku. I can live with no Nico Gonzalez, and I don't think Pep's made a mistake. Going off what's happened in midfield so far with Gundogan and Kovacic, they've not let us down. Neither of those two have played badly. Gundogan and Kovacic, I'm okay with what's happened in the first 45 minutes. So no Nico, it seems okay at the minute. No Savinho, there's a reason for that. He's given birth, not himself, which would be an unusual situation if it was him. And maybe that's why he's shit at shooting, because he's been carrying a child for the last 9 months. Maybe that's why he's been absolutely shit at shooting, which is an unusual situation, and he should be investigated if he is pregnant, if he has been pregnant, and should be studied. But no Doku. Yeah, I think that's a big one. I think Foden starting is a strange decision ahead of Marmoush, Kevin De Bruyne as well. I would take Foden off, and I would take De Bruyne off, and I would put on Doku and Marmoush. And I think that would be enough change to see a positive impact in this game. And I really think that needs to be done at half-time. I don't want to see what a lot of people are going to complain about is the timing of the substitutions as well. Yeah. It's worrying if that's the case. Maybe he's been distracted by horses. I believe he's a big horse fan. Oh, mate, come on. We love him. I know he is he's Mr. Manchester City, isn't he? Because he's from Manchester. But, I mean, he's one of the 11. You know, he shouldn't get preferential treatment because he's from Manchester. You know, he shouldn't. He should be treated the same as everybody else. You know, he's in the same boat as the rest of the 11, and I really don't think it's fair to let him get away with it from having a bad season. Even though, yeah, he's got an excuse if he's ill. If he's been ill and he's got off-the-field problems, apparently, whether it's the illness or some people said he's moved house. I saw when I made the video about Foden, I saw people giving him an excuse for having kids. I'm not having that. An illness is an illness. You know, if you're carrying an illness that hasn't been named, has not been diagnosed, and no one knows what the exact illness is, apparently it's to do with your guts. He's got bad guts. That's what I've heard. Whether it's something chronic, whether it's going to disappear next season, he fleshes out and stops having the problem, we might see a different version of him. I don't want to see excuses about, oh, he's just had another baby. And like, I've got 2 kids. You know what I mean? I know the life of a footballer is harder, but I mean, physically, yes. But I mean, they pay nannies. You know what I mean? They barely do any parenting, to be honest. They pay nannies to look after their kids. You know, it's a difficult subject to talk about because I'm sure he's a lovely dad. I'm sure he is, and he would love to be with his kids as much as possible, like I do. But I don't think it's an excuse to not turn up to your job and do it properly. I don't think that's an excuse because we all have kids. It's how the world goes round. You know what I mean? Any other excuse? Moving house? Yeah, I've just moved house. It's not an excuse to be poor. Like, you know, especially with Phil Foden, he snaps his fingers and he has a multi-million house just like there, bang, sorted. So, no, I don't agree with some of the excuses that Foden's been given this season, but I do think there may be a legit excuse there this season, which has been he's ill, and that is one. That's a real thing. So, yeah. The next point on that is, why is he still playing then if he's ill? 2 problems with that for me is Phil Foden should be big enough and honest enough to say, I'm not well enough to play. Okay, I don't feel right. Be honest with the medical staff. Be honest with Pep Guardiola. And if he is Mr. Manchester City and he is the club, like you've said, then to me, I think he should be saying that. I'm letting the team down. So for the greater good of Manchester City, I'm going to step aside. You know, let someone else play because I'm not up to it this season. There's something wrong with me. Okay, hold my hands up and I've got to step aside. And I think that's honesty and that's fair. And if he's not going to identify that, then Pep should be identifying it. Pep Guardiola should be noticing, I remember at the start of the season, you said you're ill, okay? Your performances are still nowhere near good enough. Is there still a problem going on? Ask the question. Try and find out if there's a problem. And if there is, pull him out of the firing line and stick him on the bench for a few games. You know, because there's a 50 plus million, what did we pay for Marmoush? Can't even remember the fee now. But Marmoush was around that, wasn't he? Like, there's an absolute world-class Egyptian sat there waiting to do bits in a Manchester City shirt who should be playing. For me. Right, first chair sesh in the new place. Going for a pee. can't do my usual bursting in the door thing that I always do. I always enjoyed doing that. Got to whip open doors. Catch people in the act. Catch the chat in the act. There will be goals. Thank you for the super chat, mate. These players need to be proud. They play for our badge. Where is the passion? It's like they've given up, which is worse than losing. It's embarrassing. I think some of them have been a bit lackluster. And over the course of the season, I presume you're talking about, I actually think today some of them have worked quite hard. Bernardo Silva, I think he's definitely shown passion in this game. But you're absolutely right. It should just be the bare minimum, and it's not been visible enough throughout the course of the season. And I feel like I'm a broken record, but I don't want to oversimplify everything. You know, quite often tactics are a big reason as to why Manchester City have failed, or any football side fails. Tactics are a huge part of the game, of course they are. But when you continuously change the tactics, you continuously change the personnel, you start to question if there is an underlying problem. For me, I think it's a psychological problem. I think this is a resting on your laurels. I think it's a hangover from the previous 4 years. I think it's burnout from the previous years of success. I genuinely believe that. We're going to see the back four change. O'Reilly's coming on. But it's not the one you wanted. It's Hassanov coming off. You're hoping that's an injury. Because what's he doing? What's Pep doing here? Why is he taking Hassanov off? Oh, no. They were out early, by the way. I haven't seen City come out this early, maybe ever. That's like the earliest I've seen them out. Which is good. You know, good to see. Pep's like, right, enough talking. Get out there and do your bits. Do your thing, man. Show what the shirt means to you. Like There Will Be Goals says. You're absolutely right, mate. Hi, Johnny, can you unblock me from the comment section? You're not blocked, are you? Why are you blocked? Has someone blocked you? I will absolutely look into that, mate. No one should be blocked. Right, we're off. Second half. I can't do it now, mate, but I'll have a look. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. If you haven't already, please do. Massively helps. Haaland with a good ball out here to Kevin De Bruyne. Sends Nico O'Reilly just fresh onto the pitch coming down the left back side for Manchester City. It's Nico O'Reilly. Dinks it back post and no one there. Haaland walking into the penalty area. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Haaland walking into the penalty area. What? Haaland just laid the pass there. That's a jog, mate. That's a jog. You should be sprinting. You should be sprinting. Why is he not sprinting there, Haaland? Someone's annoyed with him. He just had a reaction like someone told him off, and absolutely right. He did well on the halfway line. He held the ball up. Touch looked a bit heavy. He held it up, though, and then he sent Nico O'Reilly away down the left side. But at that point, you should be sprinting into the penalty area to get on the end of a potential cross. And he was ambling forward. Adam, thank you for the super chat. I think Pep is having a mental problem, which is causing problems. Also, the players are not giving good passes. Yeah, I can't go into exactly why Pep's. I think the whole situation with his family is an uncomfortable one. I mean, I can't imagine how I would be making content for you guys making YouTube if my missus decided to leave me or we decided to split amicably. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be happy. I'm pretty sure I'd be miserable. And it's hard to put on a brave face. You know, this job requires you to have a smiling face and be upbeat and positive. Some days I don't feel like that. And that's not with a family that's had to go through something like a breakup. You know, when Pep going through a divorce, which is what is apparently happening. Lovely flick that from Bernardo Silva, sent Phil Foden away. Foden's got to give that to Haaland, but he goes on his own. Phil Foden, straight at Kepa. That's got to find the corner, mate. What a move. It was great. Bernardo Silva with an unbelievable flick. I mean, even Phil Foden couldn't believe he got it to him. And then Foden used Haaland's run as a decoy. Thinks, I'll do it myself. Goes onto his left foot, and this shot was just like an 8-year-old shot. Like, no power, right at the keeper. But the run from him was really good, but that was about it. But yeah, I mean, in terms of what Pep's going through, it has to be affecting him. It has to be. You're absolutely right, Adam, and I think it's difficult to talk about because we're just guessing, aren't we? We're just guessing. The fact that we are aware of this situation, I think a lot of people can piece that together. But Nico O'Reilly with space here, you're on your own, mate. You might as well have a dig. But it's Haaland at the back post. Yes! Early Haaland redemption! It's about fucking time, mate. How many chances do you want? But you got one in the end, didn't you, big man? Nico O'Reilly coming forward. That's what I'm talking about, Blues. Let's go. 1-1. Erling Haaland at the back post. Fucking have that. Jeff with the prediction. Kevin De Bruyne to level it. Gundogan to take the lead. Well, sorry, I was about to read it just in time, mate. But unfortunately, your predictions... Well, let's say you sparked... Your incorrect super chat sparked the... Let's get many things wrong. Let's go down that road because maybe everything we say, everything in the chat has been wrong. Everything I've said has been wrong so far. So let's keep saying things, and eventually the other things will happen. What's going on here? Nico O'Reilly, though, with a vital bit of contribution to the Manchester City side within 4 minutes of being on the pitch. And it's the second time he's come forward. And that's how you get into the penalty area, Haaland. That's what you do, mate. You sprint. You learnt your lesson from the first moment in the second half where Nico O'Reilly was in a crossing situation. He crossed the ball and you weren't there. You were jogging. Look what happens when you run, when you put the effort in, when you sprint into the penalty area, you get on the end of the cross. Bang, 1-1. All it takes, mate. Fucking yes. 1-1. I knew we deserve a goal at least. We deserve to be winning this game now. Let's win this game. But you just can't trust them, can you? You just... I'm so scared. I'm utterly, completely and utterly paranoid right now about what this City side could do to ourselves. Like, to ourselves, basically. Big up Nico O'Reilly. What am I doing here? I'm looking for a button. Oh yeah, 1-1. I always forget, don't I? Big up to you in the chat. Sebi-san. Thank you, mate. Another switch to Nico O'Reilly. I thought he could go all the way, you know. When he crossed the ball, I thought, oh, mate, I should have had it. I was about to say you should have had a shot. But he obviously, because Haaland wasn't even on camera. You know, he came in that late. Haaland at the back post and the cross was perfect. It was quite a slow cross and it took a while. To get that, that's brilliant. That's fucking brilliant from Nico O'Reilly. I can't tell you how hard that is. To be sprinting the way he was sprinting, because he was at full pelt then. He was going like a steam train down that left-hand side. And Jeremy Doku and Savinho have proven this season how difficult it is to get the cross right when you're running at full pelt. It's not easy to relax the muscles and not overhit it because you're running at full pelt, so your muscles are tense. So when you start like trying to cross the ball at that speed, it ain't easy to take to get the right tempo on that pass. And he nailed it. He got it perfect, Nico O'Reilly. He's starting to look like a fucking player, isn't he? And he has done for a bit of time, but I'm starting to, every time I see him this season, I mean, in terms of the FA Cup, his contribution to the FA Cup is the reason we're here. You know, with the Plymouth performance. Mr. FA Cup, Nico O'Reilly. Buzzing. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button if you haven't already. Get some likes going on the old stream. Free kick, Haaland gives one away there. Adam, mate, thank you for the super chat. I think O'Reilly should be given more chances and Vardiol should play centre-back. Also, I think Marmoush should always start. Yeah, I think Nico O'Reilly should definitely start getting more chances. It's interesting to see what Vardiol does at centre-back now as well. He's not really been tested. He's got Evan Nielsen to deal with. I think Vardiol's is a very good left-sided player, though. The attacking quality that Vardiol's got it shouldn't be underestimated. Nico O'Reilly's been brilliant. He's been brilliant in what the small glimpses we've seen of him. But we can't underestimate Vardiol and what he's done going down the left side for us this season, because he's also been bloody brilliant at times. Apart from Feyenoord, where he's absolutely shit. Joke performance that was. But here come Bournemouth. Semenyo. It's mad that they've got a player called Tavernier and Semenyo. I think I'm the only one that finds that funny, though. I don't think many people find that funny. Proper shit dad joke. Bernardo Silva, how he found Kevin De Bruyne there and nearly lost the ball there, De Bruyne. He brought it down on his chest. It bounced off his right nipple a little bit aggressively. Might have been a bit of a stiff nip. Needs to loosen them nips and control it a bit better. Because that bounced off. All right, there's enough description there. I think I described that enough for you there. Nunes. Kovacic. City are playing well. Just why do I say these things? City are playing well. 2-1 Bournemouth. You know it's coming. Gundogan. Ruben Diaz with a cross that's overhit, but O'Reilly's going to keep it in. Just about. Yep, bloody hell, it's on the line. Doing a few little bits of nothing really, just plays it back. Very dangerously to Vardiol, but Vardiol does well to keep control of that ball there. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva's drifted over to the right side. Foden's in a little pocket, trying to find space. Can't. Ruben Diaz out to Nunes. Come on, let's get into the semi-finals of the FA Cup, please. Because it'll be City, Forest and Villa. Referee in the way, but it's kind of helped us. It's kind of helped us in a way. Or has it now? Kevin De Bruyne couldn't make the most of it. Referee in the bloody way there. If they score from this now, Vardiol's got in the way there. You should be doing something about that, referee. You should just stop the play. Because you've properly affected everything there, the referee. It could have affected both sides negatively, that. He got in the way there. And De Bruyne nearly benefited from it, and then Bournemouth nearly broke on us as a result as well. Go on, Haaland. Go on, Haaland. Down the left side, that's a free kick, referee. He's given a free kick, or a throw-in, has he? What's he doing here, this referee? Doku to bag the winner, says Isa. We're shit, aren't we? I do think we've been all right this game. I do genuinely believe we've been all right. Just that stupid moments. Like the big ones are Haaland's misses in the first half and then the Nunes pass. Can you think of any other moments where Bournemouth have genuinely scared you? You know, there's a long way to go. There's plenty of time for Bournemouth to scare us. And I'm sure they probably will at some point. Haaland is limping. Business Cheems. It's a good name. Solar off. David Brooks off. And it's James Hill and Dango Ouattara on for Bournemouth. Haaland's not happy. He's taking his boot off. He ended up getting flattened and he looked like he landed awkwardly. Right in front of the City fans as well. He's so large, isn't he? But he's down again, Haaland. Not looking good. I think he might be coming off here. That was a little sigh there from Haaland, like, oh mate, fucking hell. They're showing all of the Haaland chances there. There's the header, penalty save, and the one-on-one, which he tried to chip over Kepa, but just gets it over the bar. Bit of a horse lip flap, but this time they're going to show the goal. Nico O'Reilly. Great ball. Great ball. Right foot. Back post. Haaland puts it in. But that could be pretty much his last contribution of the game because he's still on the floor. Is he coming off? He's limping. I'm not sure it's worth carrying on. If he's... Yeah, just don't make it worse. It's his left knee. Could do without him because knees are bastards, aren't they? Once they go, they can go again and again and again. It becomes a problem in your career if your knee starts to get weak. But he's looking like he wants to come back on anyway, so hopefully he's all right. Was it the end of the Newcastle game when he went off? Can't remember when it was. Edison comes out, collects it. He's gone down again. He's holding his hand up. Haaland's got to go off. Fucking hell. He ran onto the pitch, stuck his hand in the air, and Bournemouth are going to play on, aren't they? You shitbags. You fucking shitbags. We're always the fuckers that do it. We kick it out for every fucker. Fucking shitbags, man. Playing on. I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to say that word. I am going to say it, and I know Christine will be annoyed with me. Christine, I promised you that I wouldn't say it. One of these days you're going to hear me say it, because that was one of them moments where I really wanted to say it. Do you know what I mean? The guy's clearly injured. You've gone down, carry on, crack on, take advantage of it. Our players, I swear to God, we always kick it out. Don't know what's going on there. Am I still live? Guys, in the chat, let me know if I'm still live. Because a little memory leak just happened. We're still live because my whole screen just went then. Right, good. I need to fix some things now because that's the second time that's happened. I've got 32 gig of RAM as well. Like, how have I possibly got like a memory leak? Fuck's sake. So the chat's dead now as well, so I've got to like sort some shit out. Oh, let's put Timmy's... There you go. Yeah, chat's working. Am I live still? We're all good. We're all good. Good shout, Aaron. That won't book the whole... the whole stream will just die immediately. But yeah, it's a good technique restarting your PC. You're a PC expert, aren't you? I believe. But yeah, mate, I've got an i9, 32 gig of RAM, 3090 graphics card. The stream should be fucking fine, mate. It should be fine, but it ain't. It absolutely ain't. Always packs in. Yeah, no fake scores, people, as well. Big up to Aaron, by the way. Those of you who don't know who Aaron is, that's Stefan Borson's brother. And big up to Stefan Borson, who is leading the front line of the 115 situation with Manchester City, with all the information that he's been providing. That's a fucking yellow card again, referee. Yes. How about time, mate? Christie, the first Bournemouth player, 61 minutes in to get a yellow card. And he's like, what? What? Yellow card? For me? For me? Yes, you knobhead. Who else? You put him in a headlock. Big up the Borsons. Absolutely icy. Pep got booked. Did he? What for? Oh, Nico O'Reilly's snipped in. Nico O'Reilly to Marmoush. And Marmoush! Marmoush! Straight onto the pitch. Makes it 2-1. Nico O'Reilly, second assist of the game. 2-1. Let's go. City, 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 City. Come on, Blues. Kappa, I told you he's shit. Should have saved it. Should have saved it. It was shit goalkeeping. Fucking knew he was shit. I told you. Saving penalties and pulling off Manuel Neuer fucking performances. He's shit. I told you. What is that for goalkeeping? Buzzing. It's a lame finish from Marmoush. Just dug it out from underneath himself. Just on target. And it's right at Kepa. It was almost so close to him, it made it harder for him to save because it was like underneath him. But 2 assists for Nico O'Reilly. Sorry guys, is the camera shaking while I'm doing that? Is the whole... This house, by the way, is squeaky as fuck. Like someone farts, like the house farts. It's like anyone takes one step and... It's a new build as well. Right, Bournemouth are looking to respond here. They're coming forward as well. Kovacic, well done, mate. Well done. We deserve to be winning this game. We absolutely do. And I was right what I was saying in the first half. I did feel like there was positivity in this performance. We have been playing reasonable football and we've upped it another level in this second half. Oh, whoa, whoa. Stop saying these fucking words, man. We start getting dodgy as soon as I say things. Bernardo Silva with a dodgy pass. Sake. Big up, Jason. I hope your lad watched that. Ball to the back post. It's Marmoush again! Oh, he's not scored, but he should have done. But here you go. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne on the edge of the area. Kevin De Bruyne deflected over the bar. Marmoush almost with a header, of all things. When's the last time you saw Marmoush just head the ball? Whatever. He's not one for winning the ball in the air, but he nearly bags himself a second goal. Dug out cross from Mateus Nunes. Can we talk about Mateus Nunes' accuracy from crosses? Because he is on the money with his crosses. His crosses are very good. And they have been throughout this season, Nunes. Someone who should definitely come forward more often and whip that ball in. Because he gets it right more often than not. Compared to Doku and Savinho, at least. Big up, Jason, mate. Thank you for the super chat. Corner ball. Back post. Ruben Diaz. Nods it and it's cleared. Still a long way to go, though, in this game. First half, fluke man on Nunes. Man on Nunes. Oh, well done. Back to Ederson. Ederson's going long. We haven't got Haaland up there now, though, so it's not really the thing to do. That ball's going to come back quick if you start doing that. Marmoush has scored. No way. Lots of people were saying it as well. Lots of people predicted a Marmoush goal. Nico O'Reilly smashes in Semenyo and then he smashes in. Well, fucking brilliant, Nico O'Reilly, mate. Loving this performance from Nico O'Reilly. Man on Kevin De Bruyne. What's on the bench for us? Is that someone coming on? That's Jack Grealish coming on. Who for? Who for? Who should be coming off? I think Bernardo Silva needs to stay on this pitch. I think Foden could come off. I think De Bruyne could come off. Ruben Diaz dinks one forward for Mateus Nunes to chase. City not hanging about here as well, trying to get that third. You need to be balanced about it, though. Got to be clever. Nothing silly. But if we get a third, I think Bournemouth will start feeling sorry for themselves. Come on, lads. That is Grealish, isn't it? Looks like Grealish. So Pep seems to be all right with him at the minute, because I was getting concerned for Jack Grealish, considering how many times there's been in recent weeks when he should probably be coming onto the pitch, but Pep's like, no, mate, you're staying on the bench. But here he is, coming on. Rounds of applause from the bench. I think they were applauding the press there. We have got a good couple of Nicos, haven't we? Good couple of Nicos. Right, who's coming off for Jackie boy? Foden. Yeah, right decision. Well done, Pep. Big hug for Foden from Pep Guardiola. Good to see. Jack Grealish comes on. Need to see a big performance from you, mate. Come on, Jackie boy. I think he's a good player to bring on, and we've got the lead, so now we need to hold on to the ball and like keep it simple. You know, and he's a good player for that, Jack Grealish. So many things I want to say. So many things I want to say that I'm just so terrified of opening my mouth. Because I don't want to... I don't believe in it, but you guys have got me going. I don't believe in jinxes. I don't think they're real. They're not a thing. But now I'm here believing it because it's starting to feel that way. No, Nico O'Reilly. Jesus Christ. Oh, he missed the ball. Oh, great ball that to Marmoush. Hold it up, mate. Hold it up. No, Marmoush. Get up, Ruben. Well in, mate. Time, Jack. Lovely, lovely, lovely feat between Jack Grealish and Gundogan together. Free kick, Jack Grealish. Well done, mate. Get that twat in the book. Cook in the book. Get Cook in the book. The jinx is Bournemouth haven't had any chances, Swill. They're creating nothing. But that's the thing with this City side. You don't need to be peppering our goal with shots. You don't need to. You don't need to be on the front foot. You don't need to have the ball. I think all you need to do is be on the pitch. And we will give you an opportunity at some point. That's the problem. I think a lot of sides have been playing like that against us. Just wait. Wait for the mistake, because it will come. And it's how they scored the first goal. You know, I mean, what have they done outside of that goal that we gifted them? They've done nothing. But City look the better side. Again, here comes Gundogan. Interception. Gundogan, that's a free kick, referee. Come on, referee. You absolute clown. You moronic clown. Nico O'Reilly winning the header. Well done, mate. Gundogan was pushed early in that move there. By the way, Gundogan's been brilliant in this game. Can't speak. Ball over the top. No. Get your hands off him. Ruben Diaz pushing his luck a little bit there. Getting like... doing a bit of that. All over him. Fucking hell. Jack Grealish's knob just came right at the camera then. Fucking hell, cameraman. You got a fucking view there, mate. Jesus Christ. I mean, Jack Grealish ran at him, but they did not switch cameras then, did they? ITV getting a right good fucking look in there. Grealish's knob just came like right into the screen. So Forest, it could be. Let's not talk about it. Where am I going? What? So presumptuous. Let's take one step at a time. Baby steps. Baby steps. Let's win the game first before we start talking about Wembley. Vardiol's been fouled, I think. Another substitution coming here for Bournemouth. Evan Nielsen coming off. The goal scorer. That's a few people have said that. Especially when they stare right down the fucking barrel of Jack Grealish's penis. Yeah. It's not the greatest camera angle, is it? But it's low because the ground's low, mate. It's a very low stadium. I actually quite like it. And a lot of people don't. It's quite immersive. I tell you where football's going, though. Drones. That's where cameras are going. We're going to be flying around. There's going to be like 20 drones in the air. By 2040, year 2040, there's just going to be cameras everywhere at football grounds. Drones, like, zoom, flying around, crashing into players. There's going to be all sorts of shit going on. Jack Grealish, hold-up play, brilliant. Tries to win the corner, though, but doesn't. Ball cleared. Keep losing the clear button. There's a little button here to get that thing to disappear. 3 or 4 times I've nearly clicked stop streaming. I'm so disjointed in this room. I need to get into the swing of things. That's exactly right. And I would pay to see it. Gundogan flicks it on. Oh, Vardiol there. Strong from Kovacic. Brilliant. Wins the ball again. Calm yourself, Ruben. Good ball out to De Bruyne, who's been a bit ineffective in this game. But that's good. That's good. Hold the play up. Set the tempo. Slows it down. Don't get caught on the ball. Good ball into Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva's giving it away. What is Pep doing there, man? You see him little dance. Love that. Oh, my shoulder just went then. Fucking hell, that was an absolute catapult of a throw in that, whoever that was. And Ruben Diaz, no nonsense clearance. This clock is dragging. 15 minutes to go. Bloody ages. That first half flew by, didn't it? I think it's because the clocks have gone back. Knackered as well. My little girl got up at 6 this morning, which I know a lot of people, you'll be like, 6? I get up at 6 every day. But that's not when she normally gets up. Plus it's the change of time as well. Foul referee. Yes. Gundogan. So far, Blues, let me know, who do you think has been your man of the match? Because I think there's a number of candidates. I think Gundogan's name is in there. I think Bernardo Silva's name is in there. That's a weird thing to say, considering this season. I think Kovacic's name's up for debate. Nico O'Reilly, obviously the substitute appearance. Yeah, it's probably going to be him, isn't it? Considering what he's done in terms of actually how he's impacted the game. Foul referee. Well done, Mateus Nunes. Well done. Not happy. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. I'm watching the Bournemouth City game. What game are you watching? See, this is the thing. People just automatically have to hate people. You know what I mean? Because they've been having a bad season. It means they're now immune from having a good game. Gundogan's been solid as a rock. He's been solid. Kovacic has been probably an edge behind him, but I think Gundogan has been pulling strings, winning tackles. He's been a solid midfield performance for me, Gundogan. I think Bernardo Silva's output has been a bit lacklustre, but I think his work rate has been absolutely fantastic, but with proper defensive contributions. And I'm telling you right now, go and have a look at his stats, and I guarantee you he's got a decent number of tackles to his name. Guarantee you that. Definitely. Ball back post here. Gundogan heads it and cleared off the line. And Bernardo Silva wins a tackle. I mean, both of you have just backed me up there brilliantly. Thank you. Well timed. Good ball from Bernardo Silva to Marmoush. Come on, City, let's win this. But yeah, you can't look past Nico O'Reilly considering what he's done in this game. 2 assists. And some decent defensive moments as well, where he's actually won a fair few tackles. Flipped on. Mateus Nunes into the penalty area, tries to cut it back. And he doesn't. Semenyo goes down. I think you're right, Ryan. I think you're right. I think he's been okay, Kevin De Bruyne. He's been all right. I think he's been all right, Mullet. Timmy's happy. Good to see you happy, mate. In fact, you've been positive throughout. You are a very positive individual. Nico O'Reilly there. Tried to clear the ball, but didn't. Cross comes into the back post, and no one's going to be there. Nunes. He's got to be strong here. Kluivert's taking it off him, but Nunes steps in, but Kluivert gets it back. Scott on the edge of the area. Cook now on the edge of the area. Sprayed out to Kluivert. Cross is coming in. Nunes, get out to him. Get out to him, Bernardo. Good block from Bernardo Silva. That's how you stop a cross. Yes. Come on. Still so long to go. Why is this clock, man, so fucking slow? How long's left here now? 11 bloody minutes. Guys, make sure you're hitting that like button, everybody. Hill is about to throw the ball, and if I don't know who threw the ball before. About 5 minutes ago, there was an absolute launch of a throw-in, and here we go, another one coming in. That's an absolute beast of a throw. Cleared at the near post. Gundogan tried to clear it, but almost blocked. Marmoush stepping out, tried to close down. Oh, they've given it away! Go on, send him. Marmoush is away. Go on, use your speed, mate. Oh, he slowed it down. He's got a player to beat. He's waiting for Gundogan on the overlap. Gets it back. Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan. Gets it back to Marmoush. Oh, no. That was a proper opportunity. Gundogan and Marmoush's link-up play was good, but the final touch from Marmoush, Gundogan should be pulling the trigger there. He was too unselfish there, trying to find a pass back to Marmoush. It was Gundogan's situation to take control of that and get his shot away there. He should be pulling the trigger there. But great play to win the ball back. Marmoush with the press initially on Zabani. And then Gundogan steps in and brings the ball forward, sends Marmoush away. Marmoush ends up in a foot race with Zabani, has to slow down, and then waits for the underlap almost from Gundogan, gets it, and then Gundogan tries to give it back to Marmoush, which he should never have done. And there's a foul there, referee. Jack Grealish holding the ball up here, but there's a foul in there. There should be a yellow card. Why? Exactly the same situation, completely off the ball as the Hussanov one in the first half. Off the ball, coming together. Gundogan was going into a nice pocket of space. Great ball from Kovacic back to Grealish. Grealish has been helpful, considering we're winning. Go on, make it 3, mate. Make it 3. Edge of the area. Gundogan hits the post! No! Come on! Still got the ball. Edge of the area. Back to Gundogan. Shot. Deflected. Corner ball, is it? Gundogan's hit the post. What game am I watching, eh? What game am I watching? Apparently, Gundogan's having a bad game, but so close to getting the goal he deserves. He's puffing there, though. You could see him breathing heavy there. Gundogan, he's worked his socks off. He's worked his socks off. Nico Gonzalez coming on. James McAtee coming on. I think... who's coming off then? Gundogan. It's got to be Gundogan for Nico G. And probably Kevin De Bruyne for McAtee. Gundogan taking his sweet time to come off the pitch. I mean, it might be a straight swap for the middle. It is. It is. The two midfielders coming off. Kovacic and Gundogan off. They have worked their socks off, them two. And I think this is an energy situation. But you know full well, if we go and concede a goal, everyone's going to blame Pep Guardiola for bringing off those players. And let me preemptively defend Pep Guardiola, because everybody wants to see more McAtee. Everybody wants to see Nico Gonzalez. Right, they're on the pitch. Nobody wanted to see Gundogan. Everyone says, no Gundogan, please. So he's taken them off. If we go and lose the fucking game now and get knocked out, and you blame Pep Guardiola, then you want fucking shooting. McAtee with a left foot shot, and it's blocked and eventually cleared. Get demonetised that. I've just threatened the chat to be shot. Oh, sorry, chat. Well done, Kevin De Bruyne wins the ball back. Mullet, mate, I'm starting to agree with you. I think Kevin De Bruyne has had quietly in second half, he's had a much better performance. You've got space, Jack. Have a shot, mate. To be fair, he's just holding the ball up. When you're losing, that infuriates me, what Jack just did. When you're winning, it's like, nah, mate, it's cool. It's cool. Running down the clock, hold the ball. City got the ball. Keep us in a dangerous position. Let's control the tempo. Game management. It's what we want. And Jack Grealish is delivering. That's our ball, referee. Lino. He's giving it to Bournemouth. Yeah, second half, I think Kevin De Bruyne has definitely been better. I'm still wanting more from him. You know, I really think we can see more from Kevin De Bruyne in total. I think he's been, second half, yeah, much, much better, but still would like to see a bit more. There's a piece of paper being passed around by all the Bournemouth players now. I think it says, stop being shit, from the manager. Long throw in, quickly taken. Chop back. It's going to come in. Dangerous. Semenyo. Oh, touch of a wardrobe, but it's broken kindly to Clive, who gets it out wide. No, City. Blocked by Jack Grealish. Come on. How long's left here, man? This is dragging. You just... it's going to sum up our season if they equalise. It really is. Crosses over everybody. De Bruyne's got to chase this. Go on, Kevin. Go on, Kevin. Well done, mate. Well done, Kevin De Bruyne. Well done, Kevin De Bruyne. I know. I know. Bournemouth fans getting annoyed with the time wasting, and they get what they want. Mateus Nunes into the book. I mean, fuck off, referee, you absolute twat. There's only me in here, mate. That's why I was doing that. I do. Bernardo Silva boots it clear. 4 minutes to go. Who's that winning that header there? Nico Gonzalez strong. McAtee with a sloppy touch though. Nico O'Reilly steps in and wins the ball back. Well done, Nico O'Reilly. You are getting man of the match at the minute, mate. Who's that coming flying in? Bernardo Silva, ball over the top. Cool as you like. Edison, take a chill, mate. Onto the knees. Walk it over there and pick the ball up. I love it when they do that, especially when you're winning. When the keeper does it against you, you're like, what a knob. You know what I mean? But when they do it for you, it's delightful. Where's the ball gone? Edison's just booted the ball to space. The ball, just gone. He just booted it in the air and it never came down. They had to send a new ball on. And it's with Kepa, the goalkeeper. He has just sent the ball to space. What's he doing there, Edison? He's giving it him straight back and it's coming booted right back up. Nico Gonzalez wins the header and actually directs it purposefully to Bernardo Silva. Well done, Nico Gonzalez. 2 aerial duels there he's won. Well, they weren't really duels, but he won the ball in the air at least. Nico O'Reilly against Semenyo. Strong. Well, that's gone out of play. Nico O'Reilly, mate. Don't lose it now. Oh, he's lost it. No, he's not. Nico. Ball over the top for Marmoush. He's in. Kepa comes out and heads it. But De Bruyne steps in. Cool it. Don't worry. Don't take your time. You're not getting a shot away, so just take your time. Take your time. He looks tired, De Bruyne. I think we need to pay respect. Oh, De Bruyne is giving it away, but gets it back, fortunately. Nico Gonzalez into McAtee. He looks a bit nervous, James McAtee, with a couple of weird touches there, but slows it down. Wasn't really pressed, thankfully. Jack Grealish has been cool as a cucumber since he's been on this pitch as well. He's not really done anything other than hold the ball, but it's exactly what we need. Gets the ball down the line to McAtee, who's going over to the corner flag. Slows it down and then gets bullied off the ball there, McAtee. He's got to do better than that, mate. Got to do better than that. It's a goal kick now. Could still have the ball, mate. Why have you done that? When is the semi-finals, by the way? Why am I talking about it? We're not there yet. We're not there. Doesn't even say. Jack Grealish back to Vardiol, who dinks it down the line. One for McAtee to chase. Great ball from Vardiol. Slow it down, James. You've already made the mistake. Yeah, that's it. That's what you've learned from your mistake. You tried to beat the fullback. This time you held it up. Very good. Much better. Jack Grealish wins a free kick. Superb, Jack Grealish, mate. 26th of April is the weekend of the semi-final. And what have we got? We've got coming up. Coming up on Typical City. We've got Wednesday the 2nd of April. We're playing this Wednesday coming up. We've got Leicester at home. Surely we win that. Surely we win that. And then next Sunday. Dun, dun, dun. United away. 6th of April. And then the following weekend, on my birthday, we play Palace. 90th. 7 minutes! Fuck off! 7 minutes of injury time. Where the fuck have they got that from? 7 minutes! Haaland. That's got to be it, innit? It's got to be it. I mean, he wasn't even off for that long, though. It was 7 minutes. Utter shit from the referee. Two balls on the pitch. Keep it there. Marmoush, go and keep that ball on the pitch. There's 2 balls on the pitch. Long ball from Bournemouth. Just resorting to booting it clear at the minute. And City so far have been winning most of the things in the air, which is great to see. Go on, Marmoush, you're in! 1-on-1, let's finish the game off! No, why? He's scored a goal, Marmoush, but he's been a bit wasteful with opportunities. He tackled himself. He was through. And he just stood on the ball and backheeled it. Bournemouth have been shit, man. I'm saying it now. It's incredibly risky for me to say it because of the amount of jinxing that's been going on in this stream. But they've been so sloppy. Bernardo Silva comes forward, gets it out to De Bruyne, who holds it up brilliantly, into Nico G. Going further back to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz nearly thought about switching it aggressively, doesn't need to do it, but dinks one into Marmoush. Great ball. This time Kevin De Bruyne slows it down, gets it out to Jack Grealish, who's into the penalty area, chops onto his right foot. Jack Grealish on the penalty spot. It's Kevin De Bruyne, and it's blocked, and it's James McAtee who misses it. Oh no! How is it not 3-1? The game would be done, man. No! Please don't make... Oh, no, don't make us regret that miss. How have we not put that in the back of the net there? I don't know why Jack Grealish doesn't shoot, to be honest. It's like he refuses to shoot. He's scared of missing, isn't he? He doesn't want to take the shot, so It's like, you know, fear of rejection. That's what it is. And Bournemouth have got an opportunity now. Coming crossing in. Cleared by Nico G. Marmoush holds it up. Nico G, lovely, lovely, lovely. Go for it. Free kick, referee. Well done, Nico Gonzalez. You're absolutely right, Unknown. I don't know why. It's crazy that, like, that one in particular. There's been moments where it's like, okay, fair enough. Like, you've held the ball up. But there, I was like, how are you not shooting? You know, with the amount, there was so many little gaps appearing between defenders where, like, he was drifting into his right foot, another opportunity appeared, another gap appeared, and you're like, pull the trigger, please, just have a shot. The way Kepa is, as a goalkeeper, man, I swear to God, just get it on target. I'm so glad I was redeemed by what I promised you in the preview. I promised you at the start. Kepa is an unconvincing goalkeeper, and he's absolutely ballsed it up for his side in this game because that Marmoush effort should have been safe. Free kick, referee, yes. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go. Nunes is on the pit, on the floor, but Bournemouth want to pick him up, get him on with the game. Ball into Marmoush. Marmoush holds it up, goes down. Never a penalty though, just not strong enough. Kevin De Bruyne blocks the shot. Well done, Kevin De Bruyne. He stops Bournemouth coming forward. City got the ball back. Bernardo Silva just going over for a little wander over to the right-hand side. Nico Gonzalez surrounded by Bournemouth players, but he doesn't give a shit. And he just goes past all of them. Gets the ball past to Jack Grealish. Back to James McAtee onto his right foot. You thought he could have a go there. Kevin De Bruyne now is going to have a little wander. Go over to that corner flag, mate. That's it. Well done, Kevin. Well done, Kevin. And you can see, oh no, he's giving the ball away immediately. And he's sprinting back, though, to trying to win the ball back. Well done, Mateus Nunes. Holds the ball up. James McAtee, foul as well. It's a definite yellow. Should be. Tactical. Should be a yellow, that. First time you've made the right decision, referee. He's scared, isn't he, mate? I love the performance from him. Just that moment in particular. There's been moments before where Jack Grealish probably should have had a shot, but that one there, where James McAtee ended up being the final person to actually have a shot in anger, and it wasn't really anything in anger, was it? It was just a bit. Go on, McAtee's cleared it up in the air. One for Marmoush to chase. Up in the air, dodgy to Kepa. He's going to have to control it, and he does. Mackie, thanks for the super chat, mate. Bernardo Silva sends one down the line here for De Bruyne to chase, and he is chasing it. Full pelt, Kevin De Bruyne. Could get lucky. No, Kepa gets lucky instead, and it breaks kindly, and he boots it clear over everybody, and he's shit, isn't he? All the way to Edison. I'm just realising it's a sunny afternoon in Bournemouth. You should have told us. What? It is sunny in the by the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Jack Grealish, well done, mate. Cherries. Delicious. Delicious cherries. Still, 1 minute to go. Let's take the cherries off the screen before we rue doing such a thing. Vardiol wins it. There's been no mistakes in this second half. Oh, why have I said it? Why have I said it? Nunes coming forward. He's been brilliant. That's a free kick as well. Well done, Mateus Nunes. Barring the goal that he gave away, Pep's smirking. He's smiling. He's smiling. Because we fucking know. Let's do this. Come on. 10 seconds to go. Back to the South Etihad we go. Come on. With Forest to get revenge on Forest as well. I want some of that revenge after that 1-0 win. And there goes the full-time whistle! Wembley! Wembley! We're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley! 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 We're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley! 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 We're the famous Man City and we're going to Wembley! Get in there, Blues! That's what I'm talking about, man! Yes! Yes! We did it, man! 1-0 down as well. We come back. We've come back. We've knocked out the side that everyone said were going to beat us. Everyone said. We have silenced so many people today. You know, with a performance that, for me, deserves to win. I think Haaland was the main problem from today, even though he got the equaliser. I think we deserve to be 2 or 3-0 up before the half-time whistle. You know? We got what we deserved in this game. You know, Bournemouth got what they deserved in the last game. We just showed what class we can actually be today. And how much we are above Bournemouth, man. I am sick to fucking death of comparing ourselves to Brighton and Bournemouth. And call me arrogant all you want. Because we are above them, man. Literally we are above them in the league. But in terms of like the comparing situation, the fact that we're in a fight is of our own making to get into this top 5. Fighting these sides to get into Champions League football. Yeah, it's been a problem throughout the season, and Bournemouth have done very well, and Brighton have done very well. But the heights we can hit is better than any heights they can hit. They can't hit our heights. We've just not done it enough, you know? We outclassed them today. We outclassed them. Tell me a moment where you were scared thinking Bournemouth are going to score in a minute without just the fear of yesterday, basically, the previous games. The paranoia that's been embedded into our season, you know? I was terrified throughout the whole game. At any moment, we're going to give away a goal. It's going to be 2-2, and we do something stupid and get knocked out from our own mistakes once again. That's what I was expecting to happen. And I think a lot of you were, you know? But in reality, it never happened. Never even came close to happening in that second half. We came out early, second half. Half-time team talk. Pep said, right, keep going, back out there, do it again. Because you're better than them. You're better than them. We are better than them. Of course we are better than them. We just showed it. Battered them. Should have been more. Should have been more. You know, we missed some sitters in that second half. When we were 2-1 up, you know, we'd won the game at that point, and you're thinking we'll go into defensive mode and Bournemouth will start peppering us with shots. When did that happen? You know, we were looking for a third, and yeah, I don't remember being threatened at any point, you know. I feel total confidence now. But, you know, next week, or Wednesday coming up, Leicester at home, you just don't know, do you? You don't know. We beat Newcastle 3-0, we were back. Nope, not back at all. We beat Forest 3-0. Nah, we're back. Nope, not at all. You know, we've knocked Bournemouth out. Yeah, are we back? Can't trust them. You just can't trust them. One game is one game, and that's what I've been saying all season. What I've been saying about the FA Cup. One game is all it takes in the FA Cup. Form is Premier League. Momentum is Premier League. Knockout football. You just turn up on the day. And that's exactly what we've done. We turned up today. You know, the majority of them did. And people saying, like, what game am I watching? Giving praise to Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. What game are you watching? Because those two were who were the biggest criticised players throughout this season, and arguably rightly so. I think both of them. The sentence of the season is, when Bernardo Silva and Gundogan play, we've lost. That's the theme of the season, when they both play together. Well, bang, we knocked Bournemouth out away. And they both played brilliant today. And I've not been a defender of them. I think they've both been, well, Bernardo Silva's been nowhere near good enough this season. But let's be fair about it. When they play well, we don't need to go into autopilot and start just like, it's shit, innit? It's shit, innit? Oh, we've won the game, but Bernardo Silva's still shit. He had a good game. He played really well today, Bernardo Silva. Gundogan was brilliant today. Oh, it was superb. Absolutely superb. Nico Gonzalez came on, nice and solid. Nico O'Reilly, man of the match performance. I mean, wow. I mean, what a performance from him. The athleticism from him. Winning the tackles that he won. Getting the assists that he won. Going up the other end of the pitch and marauding runs like that. Sensational from Nico O'Reilly. A game-changing performance from Nico O'Reilly. So he has to get man of the match. I think I was a bit harsh on Kevin De Bruyne overall. And I think the chat corrected me, saying that they actually think he played reasonably well in the second half. And I have a tendency to agree with you. because I do think he stepped up his game in the second half, Kevin De Bruyne. Foden still concerns me. You know, he had that one opportunity in the second half, which came from a wonderful Bernardo Silva flick, by the way. Yeah, you know, Bernardo Silva, that guy. But look what it meant to the players as well. The celebrations. Look at Pep at the end there. Nico O'Reilly getting pushed over to the City fans. Oh, look at that little City fan crying with tears there. It's a quarter-final, mate, but he's only a kid. He's only a kid. But that's been our season. We've beaten Bournemouth. We've beaten Bournemouth. Oh, no way. The tears of joy for beating Bournemouth. You let him off, man. He's a little kid. He's a little kid. Fair play. He got a bit much to him today. Got a bit much. William, mate, thank you for the super chat. Nico, take a bow. He needs to stay. 100%. What a player. He's getting better by the minute every time I watch him, man. But yeah, he's big, isn't he? Look at him, towering above Bernardo Silva. But he was brilliant, man. I wish I could tune in to listen to what Bernardo Silva's saying, but he's just throwing. I can tell you, he's just doing that to Nico O'Reilly, who stood next to him in the interview. He's just throwing praise his way. That's all he's doing. You can read it. You don't need to hear what he's saying. He's just saying this guy was fucking brilliant. That's all he's saying. Absolutely. Oh, mate, I'm absolutely buzzing. Yeah, Douglas, mate. Has that ever been done? 7 semi-finals in a row. FA Cup semi-finals in a row. Has anyone ever done that? That's domination, mate. Even in our shittest season of recent years, we're in the semi-final of an FA Cup and a very realistic chance of winning silverware. But, you know, Forest, yeah. What a game that's going to be. What a game that is going to be. Forest with their defensive know-how. You know, we play like this against Forest and we beat them. Will the occasion get to Forest? You know, because they're at Wembley. You aren't playing at the City Ground. You're playing at Wembley now, which is a very familiar territory for Manchester City. This is our second home. We go there every year, as Douglas has pointed out. 7 semis in a row. We know what we're doing at Wembley. Question is, Forest have been a very good side this season, and they certainly showed how to beat us at their place, but they also showed how to lose 3-0 at our place. So, again, we're back in the same conversation that we had before the Bournemouth game. I'd say it's 50-50. It's going to be a huge, monumental game. And I would say that is the game where you can start thinking, I mean, Villa, I don't want to face Villa, really. Palace, I would prefer to face Palace, but I would argue if we did get to the final, Palace have the players that could hurt us more than Villa, I would say. Not because of ability, but because of athleticism. Because we struggle against sides that are big, physical, powerful and quick. That's everything that Crystal Palace are. Villa have a little bit more on the technical side, a little bit of a slow it down, slightly more possession-based side, not so much transitional football. Like I said, a little bit more on the agility side, which I think that's not our weak spot. You know, we go up against sides that are similar to us. I think we can do that. And I think they lacked physical presence today, Bournemouth. If you look at that side today, it was quite small. You know, Semenyo was the only physical threat. And that was their only threat throughout the game. When they came forward with Semenyo, Foden in the first half, struggling to keep up with him. You know, Semenyo going away. That was it. That was it. They're one big physical player. Clivert, technical. You know, Tavernier didn't play, but again, technical. You know, Scott, Christie, small, technical, agile players. There wasn't that much physicality in that Bournemouth side today. You know, Evan Nielsen, again, didn't really get the ball to him very often. So, yeah, Palace is a side that I don't think I'd want to face. If Mateta's fit, Eze, you know, big, powerful players. I wouldn't want to face them. Stephen, mate, thank you for the super chat. So happy to see us play the way City should play. Taipai, City Blues represent, mate. Big up to you, mate. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that, mate. Big up to Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, he had a good second half. And Marmouche's goal, by the way, Kepa. Again, I like to be vindicated with the words that I choose to say, even though a lot of the words I say lately have been jinxed and quite literally the opposite have happened. Like, Kepa's a shit goalkeeper, penalty a save. But I did say he was shit, and that was proof right there, because that should have been saved. That should not have been going in the back of the net. But yeah, Marmoush comes on, gets himself a goal. Haaland's injury. That's a downside. That's something I don't really want to talk about, but we need to. And how serious is it? Because he picked up that injury. Was it at Newcastle at the end of the game in the win against Newcastle? It was like the last moment of the game he got that injury. And is it the same knee? Because it was his left knee, wasn't it? I think it's the same knee. And if that's gone again, because it was like 3 games he missed, wasn't it? From that moment. So if we're missing him for 3 games, obviously that could mean out for the derby. Leicester, we should be all right, you know. Should be all right to win against Leicester without Erling Haaland, surely. But yeah, he got his goal, but I can't pretend the performance that he had in the first half was anything to defend. You know, there's nothing to defend there. You can't be missing the chances that you had. You missed the penalty, fine, but the one-on-one was a wrapped-up gift from Bournemouth. You know, there you go. Go and redeem yourself. You've missed the penalty, but go and make it 1-0. And you could just sense it, couldn't you? That summed up our season. That like 3 glaring opportunities for City to make it 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. And we miss them all, and then we give them an opportunity, and they take it 1-0 bloody Bournemouth. You know, and they didn't deserve to win that game, Bournemouth. No way. Absolutely no way. I know it was saved. You're right. It was saved. So he didn't miss it. Yeah, technically he didn't miss it. But it wasn't a good penalty. You know what I mean? He didn't connect with it that well. It wasn't in the corner. It was a very savable penalty. So we can't defend penalties being saved, especially when it's backed up by 2. The penalty the penalty save was bookended by 2 misses that one should be hitting the target, and the second one should be going in the back of the net. But hey, we've done it. We've knocked out Bournemouth, worthy of tears, according to a little Blue City fan. So big up to him. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I quietly thought we might do it deep down. I had a funny feeling we might do it, and I think my prediction was, I think I went 3-1 in the preview. I can't remember. I might have said 2-1, 3-1. I can't actually remember what I said, but here we go. Semi-finals, mate. Semi-finals. Forest. Because I guarantee you Forest were not happy to see us go through. They will much prefer to face Bournemouth than us. They know full well that, you know, they caught us on a bad day when they played them at the City Ground. We did not play well. They played out of their skins defensively. And they're going to have to do it again. And they're going to have to do it again on the massive pitch that is Wembley. Not the tight, smaller pitch of the City Ground with your home fans behind you. It's going to be 50-50 scenario. You know? The pitch is the size of the Etihad, where you got fucking spanked 3-0. So let's see what happens at Wembley. And maybe we'll be able to enact some revenge and get ourselves into an FA Cup final and put ourselves within 90 minutes of lifting silverware in a season when we've been absolutely crap. And yet here we are with a realistic possibility to pick up some genuine silverware. You know, and if this is us having a shit season, God help the rest of you. God help the rest of this Premier League. You know, because if this is shit, what are you? You know, bar Liverpool, what are you? Newcastle, big up to them, by the way. Beating Liverpool. I can't pretend I didn't enjoy that. That was amazing. Loved seeing that. I was actually quite happy for them, to be honest. I think a lot of City fans were deep down, because I think a lot of City fans reminisced with the FA Cup win in 2011 when we beat Stoke in that cup final with Yaya Toure. That was that same vibes, like, well, this has been too long, lads. This has been way too long. And theirs has been nearly double what we were in. Fucking nearly 50 years for them. We were 34 for us? 34 years without a trophy, and then we get one. You know, 50 years for Newcastle to go to Wembley and do it against Liverpool. I mean, yeah, a lot of City fans can show the respect to the Newcastle fans there, and I think there was a lot of understanding the emotions of that day. You know, and they deserved it as well, didn't they? But I mean, the next major game at Wembley, well, when silverware's up for grabs, you're just hoping that City are going to be there, whether it be Palace or Villa. And let me know who you'd rather face. Obviously, we've got to beat Forest first, but who would you rather face, Palace or Villa? I know in terms of the league table, you'd say Villa, but in terms of on paper, we're not got a great record against Palace. We lose to Palace at home quite often, don't we? And they've just spanked Fulham 3-0, and convincingly so. Palace are definitely on the up at the minute, and I'd say Villa have got Champions League football to worry about. We've got a PSG game coming up, Villa, and that was a big game for them today against Preston. They got the job done, but they've got big games coming up, Villa. So and obviously the Champions League football distraction. Palace, they're safe. They've got no European football to focus on. They can just focus on the FA Cup. 100% sole focus on the FA Cup. And that could work in their favour, massively so. So City for me, I would probably just edge Villa as a favourite who I would prefer to face, purely because of the clientele. Do you know what I mean? The personnel, the people on the pitch, the style of players that we'd go up against versus Villa versus Palace. I just think the athleticism of Palace is going to be more difficult for City to handle. But yeah, I mean, Pep Guardiola, mate, you've been vindicated. You have been vindicated. City fans, what is Pep doing? That was what everyone's saying, me included. What is he doing? Why is he playing Bernardo Silva? Why is he playing Ilkay Gundogan? Why is he playing Kovacic and Gundogan and no Nico Gonzalez? Where's Doku? Where's Marmoush? Semi-finals. Bournemouth. Knocked out. Some of us owe that man, that big, bald, beautiful man, an apology. Sorry, Pep. You know best. You know best. We've done the business with the old guard. We knocked out Bournemouth with our granddads. That's what we've done. Own it. That's what we've done. Me included. I totally disagreed with that starting 11. Totally disagreed. Swallow your medicine. We've all got to do it today, and say, well done, Pep. Because not only did we win, we did it convincingly for me. It was a similar sort of convincing performance like their 2-1 victory against us earlier in the season, where I think 2-1 flattered Bournemouth today. 2-1 flattered us when we lost to them earlier on in the season. We should have beaten them by 3 or 4 today, at least. At least. It should have been 3 by half time. McAtee's chance. Marmoush missed an opportunity. We went through on goal multiple times with Gundogan and Marmoush linking up. So many chances. Could have been 5, really. Well, maybe more. But, yeah, I'm so pleased. So pleased today to see us into the FA Cup semi-finals. The ears are gone red. So they go red in this room as well. That one's surviving. But that one's gone red. Yeah. So doesn't seem to matter what room I'm in. It's hot in here. It is hot in here. Oh. There it is. There it is. It was out. I got it out earlier in the... not that. I got the fart gun out. I got the fart gun out for Haaland missing a one-on-one. Because you've missed a header, you missed a penalty, and then you missed a one-on-one. If there ever is if there ever is a reason to get a fart gun out and pull the trigger aggressively, it's when that happens. Absolutely. But yeah, absolutely buzzing. Blues, amazing. We've done it. We knocked them out. And I think a lot of us, we need to be supportive now of the team. I think we need to be solidified as a fan base, and get behind them now for this semi-final. Because while I agree with a lot of the sentiments this season that we've played Kevin De Bruyne too much and Bernardo Silva and Gundogan have played too much, yeah, I think that as well. But in reality, he played them again and they've done it. They've done the business today. Now, the second he does it again and we play those players and we lose, the names that I'm not seeing in the chat right now will be in the chat when that happens. It's kind of how the sport works, isn't it? It's kind of like how the whole game is played. But in reality, I think we need to be honest with ourselves and say that Pep Guardiola is not the complete and utter failure that some of us think he is, which is something that I certainly don't think that. But I've definitely had difficulty defending him with some of his decisions in recent weeks. To play the starting 11 he did today, he's been completely vindicated. And that's how the game works. You win, you're vindicated. You lose, you're lambasted for your decision-making. It's just so simple. And very flaky and shallow and, short-sighted. That's football. This is what the game is. It's kind of stupid, really, when you think about it. But, yeah, Scott as well, mate. Absolutely. Sensational. How good was he? You know what I mean? He's been Mr. FA Cup, you know, with the Plymouth goals as well. 2 headers against Plymouth. I thought he played really well against Leyton Orient. If I remember rightly, in the first 5 minutes, he was clearing one off the line. He came up and down that left side. He's been brilliant throughout the whole FA Cup. So I think we should be playing him in more games as well. And I thought Vardiol looked nice and comfortable in that centre-back position alongside Ruben Diaz. You wonder why Hasanov came off. Maybe tactical, because he came onto the pitch smiling and joking, Hasanov. Maybe it was a bit of a tactical reason. But yeah, didn't do us any damage, thankfully, because Bournemouth offered next to nothing in that second half. Vardiol dealt with so many aerial duels as well, because they started to lump it forward. Nico Gonzalez came on and won quite a number of headers, about 3 or 4 in the space of about 10-15 minutes at the end of that game. Nico Gonzalez was a nice aerial protection in front of our back line. But anything that went over his head, Vardiol was winning it. Ruben Diaz was winning it. Nico O'Reilly, who is big, was winning his aerial duels. He was taking the ball off Semenyo with ease at times. You know, he smashed a couple of players a few times. It was a nice moment where he rode 2 tackles, Nico O'Reilly. Really well. Really good. And Mateus Nunes, he came forward with purpose today, mate. Won most of his tackles. He gave the ball away. And this is the thing. We're going to talk about that. And that's going to really damage his game. Because his performance is going to be looked at from that point of view now. He made those mistakes. You know, the one mistake where he gave the ball away and it cost us dearly. Gave us a goal to concede. But outside of that, Nunes was brilliant today. I thought he came up and down that right side really, really well. He won lots of tackles, got so many decent crosses into the box as well. But yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Methane. It's good today. I bet he switched off pretty quickly. I bet he was getting quite excited at half-time. I bet he was getting a little bit giddy. A little bit giddy Goldbridge. Yeah, mate. 2-1. Knocked out. Right, Blues. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. Make sure you're hitting the like button on your way out of the stream, please. If you haven't done it already, please do. Massively helps. Got 735 likes, by the way. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate the support, everybody. And yeah, into the semi-finals we go. Leicester, come and join me for the watch-along on Wednesday. Next Sunday's the Manchester Derby. Big one. Big one. We need revenge for them. For them beating us at our place. We need revenge for Forest now. We've got our revenge against Bournemouth. Now the season's about revenge. Let's get it. We've got a first taste of it against Bournemouth. We need a little bit more. I'm getting a sweet taste of revenge against United. Then against Forest. And then go and win ourselves a piece of silverware, and we can talk about how shit our season's been. Yet here we are with a piece of silverware to lift at the end of the season. But we got to get the job done against Forest first. But yeah, take care, Blues, and I'll see you in the next one.